the Grand Treasure Venture Company.
Hell yeah.
About to say float not going.
The party had initially taken time to speak with their neighbor, Ironbar, being able to figure out that the strange box that they were carrying was none other than Lady Ilmaro's phylactery, but also an item known as the Grand Call, carrying, as far as you've been able to discern, fragments of Marano, as well as the remaining souls of what had happened. The other curiosities of the box there within, the living elves that are still within, still remain unanswered at the time. But I was able to mention her brother was able to speak with Tartarus, and especially with the other curios that Socket had required of trying to purge the flame of Betelgeuse from him. She had decidedly chosen to assist in this matter, especially with these strange magic items that you were carrying along with you. After meeting up on the Elbreth with her brother Raxia, teleported to the main deck of the ship, hearing the heavy plink of metal and glass before shifting back over to wood. You had taken notice, especially for the various decorations, that aside from this airship being thousands of feet up in the air, there were still some concerns that Raxiel had to double check and ensure whether or not the group was intent on meeting Tartarus. After getting to know them a little more personally, he had welcomed you to join him down below near the arcane mistake. Seeing at the great distance, multiple elemental realms clashing and shifting, breaking apart the landscape, and then being controlled once again, water leaking off, electricity sparking, and such. Very quickly realized, especially for the machination for those who are more talented towards the arcane, and understanding that the energies that are being contained within this mistake being bled off slowly into the landscape. Realizing that it takes a great amount of measure to be able to bleed off this amount of energy so that the landscape itself does not just tear itself apart. It takes a great amount of concentration. It was after a few minutes of Raxio giving prayer that they were able to call upon Tartarus. Some probably caught in the awe of the size of this titanic elemental, but also the stillness and calmness that followed suit with him. Realizing that there was a number of you seeking to escape those who hold binds over you, contracts, souls, even pieces of your very self in essence. The incredible concern, especially recognizing Sake, who wished to be purged of this flame that has caused him to steal away one of his closest friends. Withstood the test, a very painful one at that. It whittled away at the very essence of his existence. It was not an easy task. Many others would crumble quite easily from it. But thankfully, Socket withstood it, even with some detrimental exhaustions that wore him down. He felt the hand of Tartarus pressing the earth to his soul, and snuffing out the flames that had sank within him forcefully. The sand seeping in and pulling out every ember and spark, and leaving the purity and stillness of earth. emerald sheen for those parts that were damaged, almost like gems that have molded over, healing from the earth itself, much like how crystals themselves tend to grow and close over. Seeing this at hand, another party member decided to tempt fate, especially with a lord of power, though of elemental earth, knowing the extent and reach they have over the soul, especially seeing Socket freed from what was a piece of him. There was a calm but also tense warning. Something that Socket had survived for every soul, and recognizing the torment and whining of their own. I had given them a choice of whether or not they would decidedly go through with this, with the chance of death very much hanging heavily over their head. They proceeded, and in a very tightened grasp at life, their party members being there to help cheer them on and encourage them to keep pushing for something that might have claimed them if they did not have their allies with them. Found strength to be able to hold it true as these sands eroded away the very threads that had bound them into Seeker, pulling away this estranged, corrupting essence. And before anyone could ever find out what that sickly corruption was, Tartarus destroyed it, leaving it to the arcane mistake and the erosion there within that would destroy most anything still material, all in its entirety erased. It was in a very tense moment, but seeing even the body shape the remaining pieces, Carter was trying to provide as much as they could to stabilize the soul. As Lucille took claim of the body that was there, her brother, sleeping within the gem vessel beside her. As Seeker's body had shifted, Lucille, and all the glory and beauty of her soul, took form, reshaping it. Maybe even capturing a few hearts as her beauty was revealed for all to see finally. It was with this almost destiny that everyone had seen the fortuitous events, others eliciting to receive Tartarus's blessing, something that would mark them out if another elemental lord were to come into sight, but something that would keep them safe, give them sense and almost sight that is unnatural to many, a sense through the earth, as well as even being able to enjoy the strangely pleasant scent of gemstones nearby. Coming to realize why Raxiel has decorated himself with so much gold and jewel and other, especially in his mansion where he had welcomed you. It's at this point that, after a very lengthy day, everyone else coming to full fruition and realization of what they've been doing, that it is towards the end of the night, bleeding over. A very heavy day has passed, but even Uriel has something on her mind as far as you could tell. Raxiel enjoying sharing stories, especially between Annette and even talking Wembley's off, telling grand tales of what he calls Uncle Ironstride, but now as the Iron Father, the Free Forged of the Iron Capital, floating city, and temple and castle protected by a grandiose warforged, even with the damages that have been done being rebuilt. Talking about his mother, Millerin Ironbark, who has had to bring some other materials as well as her volcanic forge to the Isles to be able to help repair. Even the party that he had dropped off as they were persisting after a war with someone known as the Obsidian Queen. With all these stories and pieces falling into place, you finally have the coolness and calmness of night. Proceed as you wish. The door of the mansion remains open. Raxiel doesn't mind those traveling in and out, and even just to enjoy the ever-present and shifting landscape, to observe the most powerful arcane mistake, but also anomaly. Something that contains an immense power and essence to the world. Even able to seek those who are clearly those of the Warforged Raxiel has mentioned, monitoring the ship, making sure that all is well. Even the beautiful arcane crystal and engines that have been keeping the ship running, reinforced heavily, but all in a variety that allows your minds to dance with the thought of what else lies around the world. Wembley attempts to close it.
I'll use my fighter damage.
This proves that Wembley is a time traveler.
Wembley would win against the portal. Like, Wembley is a fighter. Like, I don't think Wembley can be defeated. Has anybody ever seen Wembley lose?
Once, it was his wife.
Yes.
Well,
Well, we need to get his wife in here then. His wife can handle this.
But it is late at night. The sky is beautiful and filled with stars, and the mansion, everything is at your disposal. Uriel's seemingly staying on the deck of the Elbreth for the moment. She, as much as you've seen her kind of shuffling around, has not even set foot on these lands. She seems to have stayed on the Elbreth the entire time.
I like how we've ended up howling along with basically the exact same people again in the next campaign.
The sister,
Hey.
twin sister to Stena.
Did we meet Steno in campaign 2?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she is together with Kavan,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah, okay. I completely forgot about that. See, he got turned into a goblin. Yeah, I remember that part.
She was not there very long because she was effectively the Obsidian Queen's prisoner.
She was a hostage for a
Yeah.
majority, yeah.
Gun to the head situation.
These are
I'm
her,
surprised
these
I
are her
forgot about
last
that.
years of freedom before her, like, months of imprisonment.
No, she's already free, Nate. The timeline is that We have already defeated the Obsidian Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the other campaign is the one in the future.
No, the other campaign's
Yeah.
technically now mostly in the past.
Yeah.
You
This
close the rift in the future. Of
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
end
part
of the
was a little-
happened yet.
It was
Okay.
like a little mini
Right,
time
that-
skip we did at the end.
You will now understand my confusion of
Yeah,
why
that
something
was-
that happened in the
obviously.
future was not.
Yeah. The rift closing is very far from the actual end of the campaign.
yes.
Great. Okay.
Quick, everybody, let's make the rift closure harder. Let's agitate the rift.
Let's blow it up. Let's start taking energy from.
Look, I will again pitch. I throw a net into the rift. Huh?
Annette, what's that? You didn't say no?
She just
Say
T-poses.
nothing if you consent.
Wow, this is easy.
That's crazy. That's
Alright, throw her in.
no, that's crazy.
Me playing a barbarian in Baldur's Gate 3, walking up to any enemy, grab, throw.
Bro. Grab, throw.
Oh my, that, literally the best. My favorite build I ever did in Baldur's Gate 3 was just pro wrestler barbarian. You just run up to people and throw them at each other and use them as weapons. It's so great.
Just breaking people in half. All right. Hmm. With that, if no one else would do anything for the night, Wembley being, fully engrossed with Rexiel's stories. The night will pass peacefully. Would be towards the morning, especially those who have stayed within the mansion, depending on where you would go. That you would smell.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the grass.
That's perfectly fair. You would smell probably even those who have probably stayed outside, even with the fresh breeze and ever-present smell of nature kind of washing over the lands, which is fairly exotic in itself, especially from where you're from. There's no burnt ash on the wind. There's no smoke, chemicals, or anything else washing up. It is just clean. No corruption. No people. Just the pleasantness of the plains itself. And then Wembley would probably get an early wake-up call, as Rexiel would have breakfast effectively made, set, and ready, which is all sorts of various foods from around the lands to where he's traveled, collected pieces of information from to make within his mansion. Uriel would have come outside, back on to the deck itself, looking out at everyone else, kind of camping out still. Breakfast is in the mansion if you need anything to eat.
Yeah, sure, sounds good.
I'm famished.
I don't eat.
Yeah, you do. I've seen you eat.
You saw me eat when I had fire to melt things that I ate. I give sort of and like sand comes out.
It's almost like a beautiful sand as well, because there's quartz mixed in, but also like that green shimmering gem like dust.
Green, pink, sort of, yeah.
You feel cold now, Socket? I'm sure you probably felt warm before.
Strangely not that much colder feeling, but feeling is also not something I do well.
I mean, how would you know that you
Rub
did it
my
wrong
hands
or not?
together.
Still made of stone and resistant to fire. But there are no longer embers in my heart. Or gut, for that matter.
So does this mean you're quitting drinking?
You're right, I should come in and we should test this.
Yeah, see, there you go. Let's go.
Surely I could still filter alcohol through the sand.
I don't think that's how sand works.
Oh wait, I asked him at the end of the last game if he could make it so I could get drunk, right?
Yes,
He said
you
yes.
100% did.
Totally did.
Yeah.
Tartarus, the man's
This
god.
is why he's the coolest.
I will have an hors d'oeuvre to see if I can eat it, but mostly drinking.
Uh,
I make sure that not a Cillian comes.
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I do have a brief question for you, Socket.
A Sil Lucille.
Still Lucy. Obviously, you've always kind of burnt everything when you threw it into yourself. Would you say you ever really tasted anything?
No. Alcohol, it was more about the sensation. I imagine most of Socket's feeling is on his outside. Like, he doesn't really feel it unless something hits him exteriorly. So his face and mouth would be the more sensitive parts of him, in my imagination.
Mhm.
So it was like alcohol felt nice and bubbly alcohol felt different and nice and that kind of thing. And you know, there's a social aspect to it that he's come to understand. But no, he's never tasted anything, I would say.
Hmm. Surprisingly, especially
Sandblast everything I eat.
well, especially trying an hors d'oeuvre. There is a curious sensation. You realize that the sands that are shifting within you give a strange, ever-present sense, especially like how you realize that you could kind of smell them. But the sand seems to let you taste the things that are going into you now. You realize that, especially when Betas had made you, he had taken away other senses that might distract you. Some of those
He took
senses.
away my transformation core, a la Transformers 1.
Yeah.
And made it so that he couldn't become an Autobot.
100%. He took your Allspark.
No.
That's so fucked. Why didn't he didn't have the Allspark? The Allspark came after Optimus had his arm ripped off and thrown in by Megatron. So look, we don't have to get into it.
Please.
Yes. Plus 10 to nerd out. I love it.
Actually, the Allspark was in Sam Witwicky's classes.
After.
No, that was the map.
Actually, no, I have the Allspark.
Oh my god. But yes.
I think this crocodile lady with the double anchors has the Allspark. Actually,
I do
Oh,
see
cool.
it.
Yeah, okay.
So Socket tastes his food and like slams his hand very loudly on the table, like, "What the fuck is wrong with this? Why does it have sensation when I put it in my mouth? What did you do to it, you magic user?" I stand up. "What did you do?" I'm pointing at Rexiel.
He's like halfway through eating like maybe a quiche, as far as you can tell, that has like a little bit of sauce. Like
What
a
in
cheese.
sorcelling have you done to this food?
Have you never tasted food?
What is this word taste? I don't have any taste. That's what people always say. Why I don't wear clothes.
We need to feed him like baby food to get him used to things.
I know, baby food's awful.
That's still too much.
I mean, you could try other things like, grapes and other pieces that haven't done
You
anything.
want me to what?
Why don't you start with root vegetables? They don't have such a strong flavor.
I just asked anybody goes near a root vegetable.
Because I would imagine in medieval times, root vegetables being a staple of most diets besides bread.
I look around for anything that's shaped like a root on the table.
I mean, there's plenty. There's carrots. There's like a couple of what seems to be like maybe radish or
Bugs Bunny
turnip.
style cartoon.
Socket
Grab the
misheard me,
carrot.
grabs my flute. Ah, yes, a flute vegetable.
No!
Ah,
Oh god! Just hear like sand grinding noises as they disappear.
It's an interesting combination of now you have a sense of taste and you can eat anything. So you have like an iron jaw.
It looks like feeding something into a wood chipper, except it's like just like a rotating sand blender.
I need to be very, very delicate in real life. Give me a minute.
for the baby.
I will not throw the baby. I need
The
to.
baby.
Show the baby.
I'm trying. Give me a sec.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it. You think it's so long? Where's the home? Oh my god.
Deploy the cat.
I have to figure out.
Wembley fed all his children on his own milk.
I believe that.
Hang on.
911, what's your emergency?
You fed the fucking baby.
She's smoking.
Is this your green screen?
Yeah,
It
I
is
don't
a
know how
screen
to get rid of it. I forget how to get rid of it.
It'd be in your video chat settings.
I do a montage of eating different foods and freaking out.
Freaking the sensation of sweet,
Disrupting.
sour, savory. All the fucking breakfast iterations. You try orange juice, the legendary orange juice.
Oh my god, there's orange juice.
We got tropics up
Never
this.
heard of this
Oh.
before.
We have
Ah!
video.
Oh my god, he
Oh
has
my
a goatee.
Look, it's a little scrungly
Little
creature.
scrungly
It is.
And there's a cat too.
It
Yeah.
Little
is
baby.
like, it's like 5 weeks old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
so
my God.
adorable.
Baby.
We've equipped.
Oh, he's
her
wearing a
with-
thing.
He's
wearing
got a
sock.
safety jacket.
We cut.
Safety sock.
Yeah. They're very tiny little purrs coming from them right now. We gave them a bath because they were covered in ants.
Oh, the poor little bastard.
Where'd you
Yeah.
find him?
So
Like to be covered in
other Luke from work.
Yes.
His dog found it in the yard. It was just
Ah.
there,
Okay.
and right now it's
Free
giving
cat.
itself a little bath. Yeah, cat distribution system. It's chosen us again, and yeah, he's like, we can't take care of it because we have a big dog. And they took it to the vet. It had cat flu and it had ringworms, but it's been cleared up now. Now it's just, now baby just needs some love and affection.
Fair enough.
And
So much pain.
it's so tiny, it fits in the palm of my hand.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Power of the sun. Power of the sun.
Power of
Power of a
I mean,
small
look
cat
at
in the palm of my hand.
No, it's sun colored. Look at it.
It is
Should I be
true.
calling you Sun Wukong?
Oh, he's orange. Does that mean he's gonna grow up to be a fucking idiot?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's already an idiot.
Nice.
Sorry, let me give you your little heat pad blankie there. There we go.
It's true.
I put the idiot in the box so that way they could be surrounded by blankies and little toys and stuff and just start whinging. And as soon as I picked them up and put them on my chest, they just stopped.
Oh, but cool.
Great.
Cool.
They got their parent.
Dad 3.0.
I-
had a lot of exposure to the other cats as well.
That's good.
And Django does not give a shit. His biggest concern was that I was going to try to put him in the carrier.
Sure. Cool.
No, don't you dare put that carrier.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Josh.
No, it's fucking adorable.
No, cat interruption was always okay.
You always
I
welcome
removed-
cat
I
interruptions.
Yes,
removed the
cat
buttons
intermission.
so it does not release the game. I can't be too loud or I'll disturb Poor bastard.
What?
Annette, can you
What?
scream for us?
No, no.
Just a favor.
Huh?
Huh?
Have we long rested at some point?
Yeah, we just long
Yes,
rested.
just finished a long
Presumably,
rest.
unless
We're
you
at-
decided not to sleep.
yeah, you're in Raxiel's
One
mansion.
level of exhaustion left.
Now I will not suffer the effects of -10 to a check.
Nice.
My God.
The consequences of your actions have disappeared.
For
Yippee.
Graduations, never punished.
Until I do it again.
and then I
It's a
turned you
very
into
good
peanut
feature,
butter.
really.
I mean, it will fuck me up, and I think the only other time I can use it again is if I get reduced to 0 hit points.
Yeah, but you know, a +10 to a really important check when you need it is extremely good.
Yeah, it's very nice. But it's like, oh, I can clutch this attack roll, and then next time I have to make a saving throw, I go eat shit.
Is it a trade-off like that, or is it just your next d20 roll?
It's the next attack roll or saving throw I make will be have a -10 penalty.
I mean, it's not too bad if you're in a fight. Like,
Yeah.
you're
I
still
mean-
pretty likely to make an attack roll.
I try to use good positioning so that I don't get fucked over by it.
Yeah, I feel like that you don't get to expend it by somebody doing something like that, where they just purposely do something stupid like, oh, I as the wizard grapple you. Resist.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I drink this potion of poison. -10 to my check. You must make this Constitution save or instantly get liver disease. No, no.
No, my liver.
Liver disease, lesser restoration.
Perfect.
Lesser liver restoration.
I'm so hungry, but I cannot move, or else the baby will cry.
Is the law.
Legally,
It's the law.
legally
So
required to
that's
stand
an
it.
egg.
If you think about it, there's a snack right there.
Oh.
A baby-sized snack right in the palm of my hand.
As breakfast is going on, what do you feel like Sokka would have probably favoritism for snack food? Or breakfast, I should say, I guess.
What's the most rock-like food?
The most rock-like food.
No,
Hmm.
not Pop Rocks.
Well, no, not Pop Rocks at all.
Oysters, seafood.
I mean, they could have breakfast oysters.
Socket eats his oysters with the shell.
There's
Awesome
also,
burger with
Yep.
shell.
I was gonna say also escargot, because Rexiel has traveled to Drow territories.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That buttery, slimy goodness and savor.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Cover it in butter. It has to be crunchy, even if the crunchy is inedible for most things. Especially that, like
Just throwing a
like
whole
lobster
shell.
claw, but he just eats the lobster claw without cracking it, like a crab, but he eats the whole crab leg like other people eat asparagus.
So a whole soft shell
Uh-huh.
crab escargot with the shell and fucking oysters.
Or a hard shell crab, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, whatever you're doing.
Hard shells.
Oh, like little blue crabs by the handful. Oh yeah.
Cooked with like the sesame oil and all.
All of us just collectively staring in horror as you're just like shards of like crab are flying across the
God.
Sounds of like food processor, like, what is it?
I just like to think
Oh.
it sounds like a hydraulic press each time he bites down, just like.
A little bit like a mortar and pestle, just the grinding.
Yeah, grinding noise. Uh-huh.
We need to install the Warforged tongue.
Warforged. Oh
Yes, of course.
So, aside from the wonders of sensation and taste, realizing that Carlos has given those back to you effectively, a whole new world has opened up before you.
Let's forget our quest and go on a food adventure just for Socket.
It turns
No,
into
let's go
dungeon
kill
mission.
something.
I believe
It's
we're
true. I
living
haven't
with
killed
this
anything in a
character
while.
and-
I'm getting twitchy.
Like I said last session, I've not casted a single combat-related spell in like 3 sessions.
Let's fucking go fight.
I've had
some
such
shit.
like a passive
Desire
life. This
blood.
is the life as I always wanted, just chilling and going.
Illusion Wizard just chilling.
What if we
Azure
use
has fired their crossbow in combat more often recently than spells. It's just
No,
Yeah.
actually, I feel like I used illusion spells a fair amount when we were in the mansion fight.
Yeah, there was a lot of barrel illusions and everything.
barrelmancy.
The illusions always keep up with the crossbow use because I do the barrel trick. I do a minor illusion every time.
Azure is the barrel mancer for sure.
I haven't even gotten to use the reaction attack roll feature of Illusion Wizard yet. Nobody's attacked me. I've just been hit by spells.
I throw a plate at you.
Oh, thank you.
Ah!
Illusory barrel.
I look over at Raxiel.
So thank you for bringing us here for my sake. How do we leave?
Oh, this. As he kind of like points to your arrow, who's like right in the middle of eating a bit. Like, oh, just
You gotta remember we got teleported to your socket?
same way we went in?
right.
Yes. I think we have business. Yes.
Would our
We have something
message
to do.
of going
People
back
to
home
kill.
not work?
I mean, that should still work as long as your group wizard as well as got the
Okay.
spell.
I mean, I can do the circle if you want.
That'd work too.
Do either one. I understand if you want to save your magic.
I mean, saving my magic's one thing. It does actually cost me money. You know, the ink and the dust.
Oh. So long as everyone is ready.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm ready. Thank you again,
I got my
Raxiel.
skirt.
Appreciate it. For what you did for Socket
Oh,
Yes.
And-
Thank you.
and Lucille. Slash
Yes,
West
it,
Cillier.
One sec. Lucille.
Also, should we take the giant
I'm
crystal soul with
sure
us?
you'll get it eventually.
I mean, I would imagine you probably should take that with you.
I mean, it feels kind of weird to leave somebody's crystallized soul out in the middle of a field, even if I can presume he would keep it safe.
I did sort of think that Tartarus was going to take care of it.
I mean,
do with it.
Oh, see, didn't you ask him to guard
Others
to watch
were
over?
like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm out.
Don't want to.
My name's Tartarus, not Baby Sirius.
baby cities. Yeah.
So I can logistically assume that the reason why we had to teleport to the ship and you didn't just teleport straight here is because Tartarus doesn't exactly agree with you.
No. As much as there's still favoritism, I am still half-blooded debaters.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. I was just sorry, didn't mean to poke anything. Just trying to understand how everything's working here. My apologies.
And make sure that anything related to it has no capability of just arriving on his doorstep.
I guess, yeah, then soccer probably also would have been prevented from arriving. So I guess, yeah, probably makes sense.
That's why we had to go through my brother.
So anyways, Lucille, do you want to take the soul with us? I think it's probably safer here than it is in our house.
It does feel weird to leave it, but he is gonna take care of it, right? And I look over at Raxiel as I ask.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not like he's just gonna eat or something.
It's probably safer here then.
Yeah, I mean, I consider it up to you. I'm not going to impose. You probably would know best.
And now at least we know where it is. Can come back when we're ready for it.
Hey!
Yes.
No! Bad baby, no!
Squishy, devour that cat.
I was like,
Oh.
what? I was like, man, they're really aggressively like cleaning stuff, and I look at them, they're like trying to eat my cable. No! Not already!
Hit destroy.
Give the cat some string to chew on. Cats
No.
love string.
No!
What? I don't let them have one of the ends. I'm just saying, you know, they like to chew on stuff.
Take me back to Saki. Obviously, he would be able to do so, without me. So, I guess take something with you, just in case.
Yeah, that is true. Teleportation works like that, right? You have to have like something from the place.
Oh yes, gently. Take a rock, pebble, and a clump of earth.
And then, in a little bit, we can get back here real easy.
I will forewarn, as I've experienced in the past, if you try to bring anything fire-related, probably won't go very well.
Like elemental fire related, like what Socket was, or...
Effectively.
Okay, well, I think we lost our only other elemental fire related thing recently, so...
Elbreth itself can teleport here because it runs on air crystals.
I guess crystallized air would be a renewable resource. Seems kind of weird.
And then one day you might have to see the strongest floating island.
That sounds like a good vacation once we've gotten a little bit further in life.
I think it would be nice.
As I go acquire a rock.
Yeah, Pebble collect. Collect
Put
the
a
one.
rock on my bag.
Collects the giant gem of Lucille's brother.
I got something to teleport that with, guys. Okay, I put it in my inventory so I can remember I have it. What's that, guys? I found the physical component for resurrection. It's a giant gemstone-shaped person.
Yeah, and it already has a soul, so we know it works.
Oh no.
Will it blend? Giant crystallized soul.
No!
He enchanted these adamantine blades with +5 to see if they could cut through this soul.
Hang on, alright, the baby is getting playful and eating my fingers, and it's time to
Eat them.
eat
Eat
the
them
baby
now.
back.
Cuteness overload.
Go serve yourselves up some baby back ribs.
Alright, give me a minute, I'll be right back.
Baby back, baby back, baby back.
Put them in that crate with the
Oh,
toys so
babes.
they can get their energy out.
But here we'll be gathering everyone around once you're ready. But try not to flinch too hard.
Back to our ash-blasted hellscape.
Effectively.
And so,
With that, she will evoke the spell of teleportation. Very quickly, you find
Okay, so
yourself
Saren, what do you do for
Ah!
fun?
as you feel yourselves ripped away from the deck of the Elbreth, away from the arcane mistake, the freshness of all the greenery left behind. You feel yourselves shifting over the planet itself once again in the sky. Seeing many landscapes travel beneath you, as well as the oceans. Before finally, in that terrifying landscape, you recognize the greenery at the edge, and then as well as the ash that washes over and the firestorms that have been kicking up recently. Before shunting through dim spire stonework and resting finally back within Uriel's homestead. You've landed in what's her fortress. Some of you feeling it a little more stifling than usual. Yeah. With all that business done, don't suppose there's any other situational things that I have to tend to other than looking into the box a bit more.
Well, I'd suggest not doing so literally, but
Well, if I did literally, I would have definitely be taking a greater level of caution.
Sure, she knows what she's doing. And, we'll take all the proper precautions.
We'll check
You
up
know
on
better.
you when we come back from whatever we're going to go do, and if you're not here and you're presumed inside the box, we'll do the orb thing for you.
What are we doing?
I don't actually really know. We could go still take that job offer. I mean, it is technically on the table.
Yeah, but don't we hate that guy now?
Do we?
Because he likes the cult of the meteor and what happened to Ven. It's like,
I mean, that is true, yeah.
You also know a few other things that nobles are missing still, and well, there's still Big Stony and fuckery.
although again, that does take us down to the Silt Wastes, and that's what Ven would want.
I am not opposed to following Ven's wish.
Oh,
Why
I
don't we
think
go to
we should
Still Tide
totally
and see
do
what
that.
happens?
It's just a question of when.
I mean,
I'm saying now.
Oh, okay.
well, either now or we could go back to Still Tide and check in with the guild. And go back to our old stuff, but I don't really know how much the rest of us particularly want to do that.
If our intention is to enter the wastes, should we not visit Denderal? If nothing else, they will have people with experience. Despite its danger, I believe we could handle ourselves. That would allow us to pass through Siltide if we wished.
I guess it doesn't really matter if we do a job for him, right? He didn't even really pay an exorbitant amount. It's not like we're missing out on a fortune.
I mean, we could ask him if it's an exorbitant amount, but we do kind of hate that guy, and we turned it down because we didn't want to help him.
No, I literally remember how much he's offering us to pay. We were gonna make
It's
like
like,
180
it's not.
gold each.
Oh, fuck, yeah. I walked towards the car.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Jin Embertooth, the adventurer cat girl that remembers me, I talked to her at great length about her adventures in the Salt Wastes and how that went for her, and I was trying to gauge if our party, pairing our skill level to hers and her party, are we ready for the Silt Race?
I would say
check the
yes.
color on the log.
I would say yes, but there's still a caution of the magma worms.
a dangerous
Okay.
place.
You know that if you had to fight one, you could fight one, but multiple of them, if that were a nest or something, could be bad. But it's not like you're going towards effectively the breeding grounds. You know full well that they've marked out areas where some of the magworms have effectively gathered.
Alright, so I talked to someone in Algeciras
Mhm.
who had been to the Salt Waste recently, and I think, given our current power level, I think we can go into the Salt Waste. Just have to be careful.
Weren't we always planning to be careful?
Well, yeah, but especially careful, being the most dangerous place in Torsilna.
Then do we care about visiting Stiltide first?
Well, how else are we going to get to Denderal? Are we just going to drive through the dust?
So
could
are we
ignore it
taking...
and go south from Ironvault?
Are we going to take the Noble's quest and go that way, or are we going to go on our own and go around this way?
Why are we going around that way? Socket mentioned it, but I'm unsure as to why we're doing that.
Denderal
It's
is...
the only place that has. Oh, sorry.
Well, as you said, this is like... under Allied control, there would be some fighting we could potentially help out with, some votes. It would be the easiest way into the Salt Waste, I
That
reckon.
said, if I remember correctly, Denderal is also where a bunch of slavers live because they need bodies to feed to the fucking wastes.
Effectively,
Yeah,
yeah.
last
They
time we
were,
went by there was a war effort that they was not going well.
yeah, so they were Shanghaiing people.
Conscription, not.
Forced
And going
conscription.
through Denderal does sound like a good idea. I mean, we might even be able to get some help.
I would rather do that than help out this Ember whatever guy.
Yeah, in the end, we were just doing it because Fen wanted to. Because, let's just go through Denderal. It's easier. It's more convenient. Well, it's not easier, but you know.
It's a
Also,
place
should we
where lava
bring-
and fire flow. We should be wary of servants of Fatalists as well.
Should we get something that's not a car? Because I'm not sure that would drive well in this Salt Waste.
How much
Yes.
money do you think we have, Wembley?
Oh, infinite.
I checked the
At least
party
he's
treasure.
optimistic.
There's 2 gold in it.
Did we establish that Ven's unspent money was still part of the group's?
I believe that we established like last session that a lot of it actually got.
It's sent to Saren and family.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
Not
not as
bad.
much money as I thought.
You poor.
Still, how much is a dwarven quad tank in this market?
Pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, okay.
How much does it cost to
600,000?
steal one?
Oh, that's free.
You could,
As we learned in Ostrana, theft is always free.
It will cost 1 Wembley. Worth it.
What was this line from Darkest Dungeon? Trinkets, baubles, bottom blood.
Yep.
paid for in blood.
Yeah, there you go.
You heard the man, Wembley.
I mean, Dimspire would not be the place to buy something like that in my imagination. It would be Stiltide or Denderal that would have something like that.
I don't think we're going to buy a tank.
One of
No,
the
I
don't think
cheaper
so.
tanks
An
would be
actual
about.
So we should.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an actual suggestion. Why don't we
Sure.
go back to Stiltide, go to the guild, and ask them if they have a tank they want to test, and we could take that with us.
Oh, sure, that would be convenient.
These our names are cleared. The guild might be down for it. They might even have some kind of prototype for us. And it could be free.
Does the guild have a teleporty circle?
I don't
Surely
know.
we've got something from Stiltide that... Wait,
I can't do that.
no, we're not
Yeah.
that level yet. You're right.
You run back over to the neighbor.
Can you message what's his face in Stiltide and ask him if he can get us teleportation runes for a circle?
Who's what's his face?
The
There's
guy
like
who
two
lived in
different
our
what's
house
his
with us,
faces.
our landlord.
Darthrin?
Darthman is here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we brought him here.
Yeah, he got
he's-
fucked up over there.
He's currently recovering with one less leg within the homestead.
Yeah.
What about the
we
person
got him
who
a
we're
prosthetic
supposed to
leg.
report back to about the car?
What do you mean
We
report back
saved
to
when
that?
there was the attack and during our training thing. The person who gave you the keys.
What?
I am slightly confused who you're referring to, because are you thinking of the random, like, druid terrorist man?
No, wasn't there another examiner other than Darthrin that we met that day that is the one who was like testing the stuff, or is it just Darthrin? Am I completely making up an extra person?
I'm
You're
pretty sure it was just Darthron.
just
That's
Darthron. The
one.
other people that you had met who were doing tank testing and other things that they had made was Emmerich Firestone for the Firestone Brewers. But that was way back at the start.
Yeah, yeah. We were like level 2 doing the fucking very first thing.
Yeah, because you were escorting them initially.
Never mind.
Alright, so the second half of where we're going is still up for debate, but I think we can all agree that we'll drive to Stilltide for now.
Yeah, also, if we use the teleportation circle and they don't have anything for us, our car won't be there. We can't drive through the circle, the gate's too small.
That's stupid.
We drive.
I drive.
No. Now to invest into a portable hull.
Baby
We already have a portable hull. We've had one for a while.
It's true.
Alright, well, I'll
I don't
go.
think, can the portable hull open up enough so the car can fit in it? I'd hope not.
No.
No.
Surely it
No.
surpassed the
By
weight
5
limit and
inches.
destroy the pocket.
Surely not.
Destroy your pocket now.
Destroy your pussy network.
What?
Huh?
Nothing.
It's still a baby.
What I thought.
Wait, no. Defeat the baby.
As you wish.
Oh.
Josh.
Yes.
Socket doesn't need to prepare anything, like buy any supplies or food or anything for the journey, so I'm gonna just go get the car ready, but I imagine that doesn't take very long. So as I'm waiting for everybody, can I try and figure out if my fucking rock of training can teach me anything else?
Excuse me?
It can teach you the ultimate.
Remember my rock that I've been carrying around for a really long time?
Yeah.
I've been talking to, and I used it, and I was like training with it every day. I was throwing it around because it's like super heavy.
What? What could it
entire
teach
island.
you? Huh?
You think the rock knows
it's
mobility?
Like a
it's sort
docent.
of like a docent, but it trains me.
It teaches you unending patience.
It counts as a person for training. Can my docent teach me the mobile feat? Because I'm 36 days in.
You're gonna
Unfortunately.
throw the rock and be like,
Okay,
look, it's so mobile.
Is there anything else it can train me in? Because that would be hilarious.
It can teach you. Well,
Arcana.
it can teach you Arcana,
Arna.
but Arcana, it could also teach you an instrument. As well as some history, so history checks as well if you wanted that.
This rock is crazy. Where did you find this thing?
I bought it from a one-armed warforged in Swanward while Ven and Thassus were swimming in the water.
You see you bought it from a one-armed rock.
Well, it was a rock man, like him.
Yeah.
Bolder of you to assume.
But
Oh,
effectively,
Can you
those
teach me durable?
those would take some downtime. Unless the party would want to agree to a month of downtime.
Well, I'm just asking if I could start doing it, not like doing it.
I mean, we're literally not on any manner of schedule. It doesn't matter if we down.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
Is
we
that
can take
something
them
we
back
want to
off.
discuss? Do we have an interest in taking another training arc before we set back out? For
I
Still
think
Tide?
we should do something for Saren's interest.
Yeah,
No, I'm not catering to Saren.
I am
Piece of
catering to
shit.
Saren. I feel I owe a blood debt.
You see, Saren can go shopping. That takes a month.
Saren
Of
has
course.
to learn how to shop in places that don't have grass. And
Totally different world.
Shopping under adverse conditions.
I'm
Oh,
laughing.
he does want to buy stuff. Okay.
That's what I said. You
Shall we do some downtime?
we could do some downtime and plan some things out. As events
yeah, if we
move.
wanna-
Because there was no need to rush out to anything. That's the other point of the law as well.
that we know about.
Sure.
Also, Lucille over there literally just got their body back and got their soul re-separated.
I mean,
it's like, hey, you
Sounds
want
fucking
to go into a
tasty
life-threatening
still.
situation? It's been a day.
What about this? Wembley in character has been learning what we need to, like, be ready. We decide we're going to try and get into the Ashen Waste. We have a plan to go through Stilltide and check if we can get anything that benefits us. Wembley could, in character, be taking that information and teaching us what we would need to know over the course of a month, which we would train each in our own ways. We could do skills or whatever. And that would also give us time to, like, hit level 12, which is a ability score increase, which we could put into things that are thematically good for surviving in the Ashen Wastes based on Wembley's teaching. If that's
All I'm hearing
we're
here is
interested
that
in
we're
as a
giving
party.
Wembley a lot of downtime to teach us how to pick up wives.
I'm gonna give you so many
He's gonna
rallying
have 30 new
speeches.
children.
About picking up wives.
Picking up women. Yes, you could effectively spend that downtime training and then also learning of what would definitely be needed, especially after what Wembley has learned as well. There's other information mail that could be sent out as well to still tied between figuring out and brokering these pieces of information as well.
Yeah, we could send Darthron back to Stilltide if we have a month to
I
wait.
don't think he wants to go back. I'm pretty sure this was already established. He'd get tortured and kidnapped.
What's a little torture?
Well, that's why
What's
I
a
said
little
send,
torture in the-
not let.
That's a
let
little
him.
torture in
Yeah.
the sleepless cell. What's getting your foot cut off followed by a rusty hacksaw?
Among friends.
Butter knife.
Genuinely, is this like a thing that I feel like we this should be a unanimous decision if we want to do 30 days of downtime.
We must overthrow the DM for level.
Of course.
Annette has to set up
Look,
control of the
30? Why not just go
witches.
for 47?
Wait, oh yeah, is that how many days you need?
Is that something you need, Dave?
No. No. Definitely not.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
How much downtime do I need to finish all the random things I'm doing? I mean, I'll be
I need
done with
24 days to finish mobile.
I'll be done with that in 6 days, and then however much longer it's going to take for me to finish the magic item I'm making, which I'm already at 18 days on.
Anyone opposed?
Is it downtime? No.
Cool.
Let's do it.
What's Lucille doing?
I'm going back to my resilient dex training.
Damn. That dex is resilient.
Hey, that's what I have. High five.
Nice.
So we discovered in the last session that you and I were neighbors.
You
We,
sure
like,
did.
Interact with each other a lot as a kid? Is that
Oh my god, they were neighbors.
Is that what we were? My neighbors, sisters, brothers, cousins, former uncle.
Twice
Then
removed.
how should we? How should we resolve this then? Should we just go person by person what we're doing for a month?
Effectively.
That's probably a good idea.
Fuck yeah.
So, we'll go down the line for So full of grains, definitely a month, nothing extra. Unless some people
Yeah, I'm
want to
cool.
I
go.
mean,
I'm cool with that.
enough to potentially train a skill from 0 if somebody wanted to,
Yes.
maybe? Does that work? Okay.
All right. So with that, then, especially with enough time and patience to be able to train, collect yourselves, get information, other pieces and bombs. Starting off the game, Lucille.
I go back to resilient dex training.
All right.
There should be a guy somewhere in Dimspire that I paid handsomely to train me for that week we were on the ship as well. So
Most definitely. With that, you'd be able to get your resilient dex training as well as, effectively go for finishing that out as much as you can. Working for the 30 days.
30 days to it. Leaves it at about 3/4 complete.
Then I will say, in the midst of these 30 days, you will effectively be visited in your own dreams in the middle of the night.
Oh.
I'm immediately incredibly cautious because the only person who visits me in my dreams is Total Bitch.
With that, a sense of familiarity.
Oh. Okay.
And this would be pretty much on the 28th day.
This isn't a trick, right?
Should it be? I thought it was when I first came here myself.
Well, I'm sure you knew. You know who I was recently contracted to. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a bit cautious.
He has been persisting in trying to see you again.
Well, I'm glad that she hasn't been able to.
I figured I'd come warn you in a more private setting, especially since I'm not really allowed elsewhere in these lands. That she is quite angry, seeming to, well, seek you out as much as she can, though I do still obscure you.
I don't think she has anything to really be angry about. She knew this was coming. I as good as told her myself.
In other delightful news, aside from the warning, if you do find yourself closer to my side of the island, it is almost ready.
What is almost ready?
The other vessel.
Oh. I didn't realize you were going to help with that.
No, you did request. I did also think it would be quite funny. At least to attempt, but unfortunately I'm not really allowed to overextend my reach. So you might need to come in person.
Oh, we're heading in roughly that direction soon. Just how long do you think it'll take?
Oh, probably another 2 weeks.
I'm sure it will be longer than that. Bit of a trip, and not one we can make lightly.
I look forward to seeing you in person. Especially your new stuff.
It'll just take a little bit of convincing to bring the others.
I'm sure Wembley will be so vibrantly ecstatic. Probably vibrating with anger, actually.
Yes, here's the one I'm most worried about.
I do keep my word.
You have. I'm sure our old agreement is going to help put you in people's good graces.
Oh, I hope so. I'm excited. But do tell them hello for me.
Of course.
I'll make sure to make a couple of rooms appropriate. With that,
Well, I'm not sure exactly how long it'll take, but it shouldn't be too long after the vessel is prepared. Blanking a little on travel time, so I'd say give or take a month.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Trust me, I have plenty of time.
The one thing we have in abundance, I suppose.
Aren't we just? I'll be seeing you then in the blink of an eye.
Well, I'll see you then.
With that, she doesn't even fade. It's almost like she's there, but then there is just like a soft outline of glitter and starlight before she's just gone from your dream entirely. You're able to finish out your month of training, especially with the message in between.
The day after she visits me in my dreams, I try to cast a cantrip again.
You don't feel anything. There's no magic still. You still have the star that you
I do. I was given instructions on its use, and I don't feel it's appropriate to use it yet.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing else that you would seek. We'll move on to Socket. Socket. It is definitely a new sense of sensations between food, being a little bit colder, just for not having a boiling magma cube in your body anymore. What would you be doing for your month?
30 days, I'm training my feet. I'm going to do my 24 remaining days. Pick up Speedy.
Alright.
Sugget is training his body and his mind. The days are spent doing suicides, benching the car, and nights are spent reveling in food and friends and quiet meditation within his own mind and freedom of thought that he has not had, that he thought he did have, but has not had. I guess I'll do 4 days of durable training as well.
Socket, I'd like you to roll me a d10.
Oh, complication. Oh.
Alright. It'd be on the 28th day that you receive a parcel from Stilltide. There's no name on it, and somehow this package has found its way to you at Dimspire. It seems not insanely small, but probably like the size of a bread loaf box. Would you open it?
Yes. Ooh. I almost said alone because last time he nearly killed the party, but maybe with everybody and their weapons out because last time he nearly killed the party.
He's learning.
Alone because last time I nearly killed the party.
He's not learning. Fuck.
All right.
In what context do I receive this package? Like, I assume it arrives at Azur's family's house.
Surprisingly,
Is that where we're still staying?
an Earth Ganassi has delivered it to your personal homestead.
No, we have like a keep.
Yeah, we literally have our own
right,
house.
I'm stupid.
Like,
Sorry.
we're not
Yeah.
in my parents' house.
Just intruding the whole time.
We're just barging in. We have my Slav squatting teleport circle wizard friend in the corner.
Okay,
What?
so somebody lets in the Earth Genasi and directs them towards the room that used to be the chapel.
Effectively, well, I would imagine the package arrives and then Geed probably hands it off to you.
Ooh, okay.
Because
All right,
Geed
well
is
then
still
I'll wait
staying
till
there.
Geed leaves and
course.
open it in my room.
Alright. It's strange. It looks like a bent piece of metal, but shimmers beautifully. It looks like it's been previously worked. Realize that there is a note on top of it as well.
As I'm looking at it, it's just like a bent piece of metal. Does it look like it was a piece of something? Is there a specific shit? Is it like just like a twisted piece of rebar sort of thing, or is it like?
It definitely looks like it was a piece of something. It
How
looks to
big
be
and like can I get dimensions?
effectively almost like a small dinner plate. Not a full size one, but kind of like half a dinner plate size. and it's mithril.
Ooh.
I will note its mithril nature, and then very gingerly reach down and pick up the note, confident that I will now not burn it if I bring it close to my face to read it. Socket may be nearsighted.
You will see this letter written almost like a forceful ink. The hand very heavy for its writing. And it says simply on it, I will find you. Surprise.
I look with new eyes. Is this part of the door that he beat his way through to get to me?
You come to recognize this as part of Ben's old mithril armor.
Oh, that he, like, grabbed before we left.
Yeah, when he was beating Ben so brutally that he broke part of his armor.
Yep.
What part of the armor is it?
Almost like the upper front right chest plate.
Like a pectoral?
Mm-hmm.
It was half plate anyway, so that's like,
Yeah, a big chunk of it.
yeah.
Alright, I imagine it sort of covers the top and goes down to cover like one side of the abs, as it's like half of chest plate for a smaller boy.
Mm-hmm.
I will, it won't mechanically help me in any way, but as a Warforged, when I go to wear armor, I absorb it into me over the course of an hour. I would like to absorb Ven's old armor piece into myself, letting the green of the mithril mesh and match with the emerald cracks and rivulets that cover Socket now. Green mithril is adamantine's blue, mithril's green.
I always imagine mithril is like white.
Well, yeah, Lord of the Rings it is.
Yeah.
But I think in D&D it's green.
But you do feel it mesh into you, welcomed, especially by the earth and sands, and feeling that armor piece mark and press into you. But you know that one of your more villainous brothers is looking for you. And especially for what you've seen, you know full well that he is still embracing Beetles and every ideal that he carries. A very dangerous.
Back to Stilltide. Later that day or the following day, whenever it is most convenient, I will share with the party that we have an enemy waiting for us in Stilltide that I would like to take head on.
Oh boy.
We really should stop going to Stilltide. I'm starting to second guess us going there.
No, we're going back to Stilltide, baby.
It's where everything's happening. It's Vegas, baby.
I'm
Every
sure
time
if
we go there,
frequented-
something terrible happens.
I'm sure if we
Hell yeah.
frequented some other place, then that place would be where the terrible things happen.
That's why.
Because the things follow us.
All right, let's stop frequenting my home.
Did you suddenly
Well,
realize?
that's a bit too late, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we're gonna
Damn
be
it.
here for a while. Sorry, not sorry.
So, especially with that new knowledge, for the remaining 2 days of that month, unless there was something else that Socket wanted to launch into other than just train.
No, I mean his big thing is he needs to be stronger to be able to defend the party better. I will say actually, it's not something that I'm going to need to do that I'm working on, but the party probably notices that Socket is more helpful. He's more willing to help you and other people. He seems perhaps not nicer, but gooder.
What the fuck? What's wrong with it?
Yeah, exactly.
He seems less morally ambiguous.
Whoa.
Almost as if some sort of drastic event in the past few weeks has shifted his alignment drastically.
That would
He
be
lost his edge. He needs to get whacked.
He's fucking weak now.
Oh,
Strike while the iron's cold.
The metal will crack. Exactly.
I do want to ask, is this something that would get us 12th level Shaman mechanic?
Oh my god, you're so
I'm
thirsty.
kidding.
And away.
So hungry.
Don't give in
Yeah,
to him.
baby.
Please. Just another level, brother.
Give us the
Brother,
levels,
may-
but not
one
Nate.
more.
Just need my
Brother, may
fist.
I please have some levels?
He's injecting the level directly into his veins.
DM has chosen me.
No. The dungeon master has given the magic items to me, brother.
Me.
He let
must
me
do
open the
something
chest.
for me.
All of these are mine, brother.
Oh, brother, the DM plans to get in his wagon full of monsters and kill you.
Dead venture wagon.
Nonsense.
Just
He
call
would
my
not
ass.
give me all of these healing potions and plate mail if he wanted to kill me.
You are just jealous, brother.
As Socket prepares, especially for the future. We move over to Wembley.
Wembley.
Fucking Pokemon.
I was tossing up between training the lucky feat or the skill expert feat.
Whichever you desire.
Why do you
Okay.
train lucky? Because it's
How
fun.
do you how do you train lucky?
Gamble.
Let's go to the casino.
Gamble all day.
Let's
30
go
days.
gamble. Find Dimspire's card counting corner.
That fucking
Training this
cold-
feat is
Is there a
yeah,
god of luck in this world?
it costs like 5 gold or whatever a day to train, like to pay the trainer to train your feet. But with the lucky feat, it's more expensive because you gamble all the money at the casino.
I like
Let's
to
go to
think
the
that
casino.
where it like Dimspire and you wake up in your bed and there's fucking Azure in the corner casting the illusionary spell, which makes like the pink orb from Sonic DX. Let's go to the casino.
Yes,
It's
okay.
It's what you said, Luke, but at the end of the 60 days, you roll double or nothing to see if it costs you twice as much, or you get
Oh,
paid.
fuck.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
You
fuck.
you get double lucky or you get nothing because you're fucking poor.
When you get one extra luck point, you lose. You pay twice as much, and you still get the fee.
Sure, I'll train lucky.
You run out of money before the 30th day. You have to start again.
I will call my daughter Triss on the sending stone every day, like an old parent.
She
Every
is
single.
surprisingly happy to have received so many calls from you on the sending stuff. Come to find out that yes, she's back at Timberhelm. She is not too far from the family house of where, you know, the family had initially grown, and as well as, you know, where they were effectively first born.
Hi, sweetie, how are you doing? I lost 300 gold at the casino today. I'll make it all back tomorrow, don't worry.
Dad,
Huh?
what are you doing with? Why are you spending so much at the casino?
And because it's only 1 use per day the next day. Hi, Triss, how you doing? I only lost 100 gold today. I'll make it back tomorrow.
You've made some of it back. The farm's going really, really well. Grandkids would like to, well, maybe meet you one day.
I'm too busy gambling at the casino.
I can't do that. Disappearing all the
Of
time.
course, I'd love to meet my grandkids one day when this is all over and I've saved the world. Oh, there's a guy selling red flags over there. Talk to you later.
I swear to the gods, if you die before meeting your grandchildren, I'm not going to forgive you. Well,
Yes,
roll me a d10.
I'd love to.
Mandatory.
Only 24th die.
Sure.
I told
You hear some other sending stone activate.
Oh. Fuck, it does work both ways.
I suppose you're enjoying holding possession of what's most precious to me. Not supposing that I might be able to buy such a thing from you. Just the other thing lingers almost as if waiting for a reply.
I sigh and I pull the slot machine handle as I think about my response. Lady Ilmaro, the fact that you want it so badly means that I should keep it from you even more. Terrible things would come if it were in your hands, so I'm going to keep it in my hands.
Let us hope you come to your senses before the others find you.
Or if I find you first,
I'll find
I
you
put it
first.
back in my bag. I pull the slot machine again.
Alright. Wembley will gamble the rest of the days. But then we will cut over to Sam.
Hello.
What would you be doing for your month?
First things first, heading to the city guard to basically declare myself, make sure all my shit is legal.
Yes, I appreciate that immensely.
And as a rank 3 Electrum, I am allowed to undergo work for nobles.
That you want.
Ooh.
Saren effectively wants to spend his spare time trying to raise his reputation here in order to, get his rep up, but also try to argue the fact that he should be effectively gold 4 instead of the rank that he is.
All right. Especially with these claims as for the work as well that he has been going for. Especially,
Yeah, try to, if he has spare time, try to do, contracts, effectively, that he could do on his own for, higher-ups. Try to work with the city guard.
you definitely get to know Commander well. Much better, as he is the one more in charge of them. There are a few other that need to be properly guarded and escorted more. Let's see. I would say, especially for your skill set, I would say initially go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. With advantage, is obviously the work that you've been doing that has been reaffirmed, but also, claiming yourself within the city. Of that, you definitely have a heavier forward movement and the benefit of claiming all your items within the city safe wise and not just ignoring it and moving in and out. For the various guard workers that they request of you for Dimspire, it seems curious nature. You come to realize that even though Dimspire seems fairly safe, there is still a large number of research and skullduggery and people trying to sabotage each other's work so that they might be the first to invent it or make it to gain the benefits of reputation for mastering it.
Yeah, I assume it's a bit more political than just be a bodyguard.
I need you to make a perception, but then also kind of in that kind of athletics as well, and see how well, especially for the various bodyguard work that you have to be doing. Oh, Annette destroyed. Especially with the month moving ahead, the various researchers that have been attending to many of Dimspire's more personable research, you come to realize that it's also a personal test to see whether or not pieces of information kind of leak out, especially for those that you are attending. They slowly whittle closer and closer. You get a few researchers, mages here and there who seem more reputable each time over the month. You realize that the project that you are escorting many of these research mages on, and some that have, to your noticement, especially with this perception, that have gotten ill or different effects that have kind of altered their body that they have need of recovery from. That it is the fractaled weave that you are getting closer to, something that Ven had written home about. The thing that was sold. It was in this time especially for the recognition, keeping fairly mum with the work here, none of it really leaking out, and knowing full well that the researchers who've gone home sick or other, with different alterations, have made it safely and quietly. Especially with your 28 athletics to kind of keep people at an arm's length, effectively, of what you're bodyguarding. They would move you up to Gold 1 for the time. But definitely keep your petition for rank 4 open, as you have obviously demonstrated in safe recognition for your work.
Yeah. The other main goal is to sort of just prove to like Weller and some of the other higher ups that like if they have jobs that they need doing that they wouldn't necessarily trust outsiders with, like we're trustworthy.
And you can tell that you've definitely earned that merit, especially since they've moved you to Gold 1. There's recognition in your science and keeping their researchers safe. With that, you're definitely able to keep your rank, move up to Gold rank 1.
At some other point during this entire month, I would like to introduce myself to Annette because we have literally like not talked at all.
This is a very good point. We have not spoken to each other.
Yeah, I mean,
Go on,
that's fair.
Get her.
The months will blend together as Sarah, at any point, go to attack Annette vocally with your social skills.
We don't have to roleplay this out because I feel like both me and Jesse know like what we would really talk about.
That's fair.
Murder the nobles.
Murder.
No. Murder the nobles. We talk about Ven.
Yeah, pretty much.
What,
Just
what
like,
good lad he was. How much respect I had for the boy.
Kid note that like he knows you've been really quiet for the. You clearly took it very emotionally, and he didn't want to like disrupt you, so he left you alone for a while. And
respected my time of mourning.
yeah, and basically would eventually just come up to you eventually and like thank you and be like, you know, I knew you meant a lot for Ven, so basically that, but over like an entire night of probably just chilling and talking.
Yeah, I'd like to buy you drinks and shit. Respect for Saren gained. Respect for Wembley lost, as I see him at the casino at 3 a.m. still.
Just constantly on ascending still.
Bags under my eyes.
And yeah, no training for me. All of my spare time is put into grinding rep.
Which is fair, because I'm pretty sure you're the only person with a gold ranking.
I feel like I was probably already the highest rank before I became gold.
I think I was the highest. I'm just Electrum 3 or you.
Oh, I was Electrum 3 as well. Which makes sense for what Saren used to do. But now I'm grinding that shit, especially here, because this is like the only nice place on this fucking continent.
It is true. It is well monitored and kept.
I mean, Silkfort's also pretty nice.
Yeah, just gotta labor.
In the silk fields.
With that, Annette, what would you be doing for your...
So, during my month of downtime, I too am not doing any training. I am busy. I need to get in touch with Maho and Stoutgather and contact the Shadow Grove. As saving his life from that prison, I did tell him that I wanted to meet them.
It is true. I did inform you as well that the Shadow Grove has been hiding in the forest north of Stiltad. In these sections.
True. In meeting with the Shadow Grove, I will bring delegates from the Corrupting Tide, as I want them to cooperate. I will need them to speak with each other as well, rather than me being a messenger boy for all of them.
Alright.
And I guess I'll bring my main boy, Telda.
With that, especially getting these initially set up, a couple of sendings back and forth.
Mhm.
You will receive a message early on, especially for the first few days.
Yep.
To meet a peculiar looking, a peculiarly described hermit will be arriving by tree striding near Dimspire. This one in particular, a very short dwarven man, but with almost splotchy skin. The overall look of him would be basically a Duragar and a dwarf mixed together, as almost if like somebody had mixed a palette, and will have multiple twigs and flowers weaved into their beard, but also what seems to be a crown made that of seems to be sticks and thorns.
Jesus.
Very confusing looking individual.
Okay.
With that, as you do find them, kind of lurking outside of Dimspire, as they're not really welcomed inside, you can tell that some of the guards are a little suspicious, but keeping vigilant.
Okay.
I assume you're the boss that they've sent me for?
That would be the one. Yes. And you are?
Thorn Pastel.
A pleasure. This is one of my associates, Telda. As we will be working closely together, I decided that we would bring him. We need to be able to cooperate.
Just be sure to be quick. Once I open it, it'll close snappy.
Understood.
With that, he will go to transport via plant, as he will supplant his hands within the bark, almost as if it looks like he had split the tree for a moment before you see almost a sickly looking portal open up, like the tree is fighting for its life this entire time.
It is a very, very unhealthy tree, I think.
Very much. As he quickly nods, like, through, go.
I stride straight through. No hesitation. Lava on the other side. I'm dead.
Just right into a fucking pit.
No.
Ah. With that, you arrive within a darker grove, one that seems to have various brambles surrounding it. The dwarf quickly following suit. You see Marlon standing there, making sure that it is appropriately you. As he looks a bit nervous, looking around, trying to make sure that all is right. He looks to other compatriots, these people who are dressed more heavily in what seems to be plant fibers and other suits, things that would allow them to hide amongst the trees. The heavy smell of almost fetid, rotted greeneries kind of awash over your nose for a moment. It is a little offensive for how it smells, but you can tell they do this just to remain hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right person.
I assure you, there is only the two of us.
That you do see the other number of druids not really relax, but kind of part way as they allow you to go deeper within the grove.
As I go to pass Mahorn, I'll unclip the rapier from my belt and I'll hand it to him. A gesture of good faith.
You'll take it and keeping it respectful. I'll be sure to give it back. Yeah. Don't worry about all the mannerisms. It's respect towards the spirits here.
I will try to be respectful as well.
Moving deeper into the grove, you do see that there are a number of what seems to be wards that have multiple purposes within these lands. The earth, though blackened in some areas still from the ash, it seems to be returning slowly to greenery. Even a few flowers here and there. But especially with the various ruins that are there, you can roll me an arcana and a perception.
Excellent at these. I'm excellent at these. I'm excellent at these.
That's fair.
Wow.
It is definitely confusing for some of it, and for the exotics of druidic magic being around here. At this far northern end of the continent, you know that there is a large wealth of them to the south, but these look more visceral in their setup, something that has been put up very quickly to attemptedly bring stabilization to an area of chaotic energy. Even though you're trying to fish out an idea of what it does, the most you assume is that they are wards as well as something that keeps the forest proverbially hidden. That would have somebody trekking around maybe a few things here and there. Once you come into one of the larger inner circles, you see old tree carvings, a very large tree in itself that seems to not really have been choked out by the brambles, but more or less has been embraced by them. The tree itself seeming growing almost more visceral. At the base, it's still soft and welcoming, though the roots are gnarled and entangled deeply. It is visceral the more it goes up, as if trying to guard from the sky itself in defense. It would be at this point that you very quickly take notice of a familiar druid, someone that you had bumped into a very long time ago in Still Time. Was never expecting to see you around here.
I was not expecting to be here either, but here we are. Our paths have diverged to this same point. Hang on a second. Jimmy's on a phone call in my room. I'm like, get out of here, fuck off. We have a common enemy. And for the first time in decades, I have them on the back foot. The Ifriti are becoming defensive. We're starting to get the upper hand, but I need more allies. I figure you are the people for it.
Picking the few warriors that we have still up here.
Warriors, spies, distractions, anything you can be that can help the cause. I'm sure you would love nothing more than to see the Ifriti crushed under their own hubris. And once that is done, the land can grow again. Your grove can flourish. For the first time since the Ifriti arrived.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion.
You're good at this.
I am good at this.
Yeah. You see her listening adamantly, especially for the calmness and the fact that you have the crushing tide and kind of under heel and toe, toting alongside you. Not to be shrewd, but I can fully prove this. There's other sources that had whispered that they were hunting down a relic of power that make them more dangerous if they had gotten their hands on it.
I believe that we are safeguarding such an item, keeping it from their hands to make sure they don't get stronger. And I intend to cut those hands off if they try to get closer. A lot of their noble houses that back them, I've personally slain. And there are others that I am still targeting. Others who are a little more elusive. But nonetheless, will know that their time is coming to an end. Without the support of the noble families, the Ifriti's power will begin to wane. Their hold on the city will also begin to struggle. Civil war is ready and ripe to break out.
And give me another persuasion, this one with advantage.
Baby. I'm gonna session re-roll that.
Oh. Advantage again.
24.
With that, she nods thoughtfully. You see her kind of staring with an intensity of like something else is looking at you, and you feel almost the soft whisper of spirits washing over you as she watches. So, not predatory, but almost as if the same instinct of an animal watching something that they're unsure of for the moment.
I believe you once wanted a meeting with the Crushing Tide. I also believe that at that point I interrupted that because there were individuals who would cause harm to everyone involved. What were your intentions with the Crushing Tide at that time?
In full honesty, seeking to strike at the deeper parts of the city where we would be able to lure the shards of the media out. But especially for the pieces that we've gathered and what you speak to be true, had 100% the intention of doing what you are doing now.
If what you want is the shards of the meteor to suffer and be snuffed out, and from my bag of holding, I will reveal a key of meteoric stone. I have access to a particular gathering place of theirs. I intended to manipulate them until the end, and then destroy them while they weren't really aware of my intentions. But they have taken something from me. Something precious. And I will see them wiped from this continent. And I am a very tenacious man. No one has escaped me yet, and they will be no exception. I offer you the chance to join. Reap the rewards of that tenacity.
You see her kind of, this entire time, her eyes kind of locked on that key moment, taking every word in deeply. Very slowly, a smile kind of creeps on her face. Then I will be sending our more dutiful warriors. I feel that we'll be able to strike out quite quickly with just such an item.
And in that case, as another gesture of good faith, and I will extend the key out to them, I leave it in your hands, trusting that we can work together for a mutually better future.
With that, she will step with almost like a gliding motion and reach out for the key.
I will let her take it.
With that in hand, she allows her smile to be more telling as she looks gleeful to have such an act. We will swear to assist you where we can. As she looks also over to the Crushing Tide. And the Crushing Tide are more than welcome continue the persistence. We may not have the same love that you do for your ocean god, your coral queen, but nonetheless, it means this land returning to a more beautiful green, and the Afridi snuffed out back to the plains of fire. We have a unity. Please allow me to impart a gift, something that would be able to aid you. Whether you seek to escape to here, to disappear, or also mark somewhere that need be found. She will go over to the tree, almost bending one of the thorn brambles, but you see part of it blossom. As it reshapes, it looks visceral to one side for the thorns that would be hidden underneath as it opens up like a bracelet.
Yeah.
And on top of almost like a beautiful flower corsage that would sit on top of your wrist that has a few berries. With that, she will proffer the Thorn Grove bracelet to you.
I will gently take it. I accept your gift.
If
The
need is
token of the treaty between us.
a truce. Till it can be grown. If you need escape, eat one of the berries. If you want us to seek out somewhere more dangerous, pluck off one of the thorns and plant it into the ground. We will find it. As for you, she kind of quickly snaps to the crushing time once again.
Yeah.
There's a number of you that have been welcomed to our grove already. The Afridi that has hunted your group heavily already, bringing some attention to us. I feel that welcoming the rest of you is generous enough. I would wonder if you would wish to return to your homestead now, or see what else we offer within the grove.
Well, I would be a rude guest if I did not stay to accept your hospitality.
And follow deeper. That she will lead you into what seems to be almost choking branches and the other overhangs that have made almost this eerie, safe, hidden grove underneath the thorns and see why it's been difficult to find unless you were below the canopy itself. Seems almost as if these briars and brambles would either snatch up or block anyone out from seeking deeper traversing passages. As they welcome you to these more hidden areas, you would see druids that don't seem more akin to what you've heard. They seem more knightly. Armor made entirely of bark, bows and stack helms and others that would be more evocative of fear. Even the bark-like helmet and faceplates that they wear, looking eerily close to that of skeletons walking around. You can tell that they've probably driven a number of people away. The two knights that stick out to you the most, one who still seems to be wreathed in that of what seems to be almost bark made to emulate armor. Great axe and a sword on his side. Seems to take note of you, but just wordlessly watching. Post the art in the active games.
Look at that shit, hell yeah. When it pops up.
Yes. As his armor is made entirely of wood.
An impressive display.
One of our more loyal champions has been made ready. I'm sure we'll be very excited to strike at the shards of the media.
I'm equally excited to see their efficiency. But my manners have been lacking, for I did not introduce myself.
Even when our first meeting, I did not get your name.
Secrecy is what keeps me alive. But I tire of hiding. So I shall do you the honor of at least knowing whom you work with. My name is Athalon. I'm the last son of the Highguard family.
Pleasure. It honors me to finally know true name to the face that's been so well hidden. And fully knowing well that you have been, it seems to be one of the major orchestrating strings to bring down one of our most hated enemies within Still Time.
It has taken a long time. But it is worth every second of misery I cause them.
As she is proceeding deeper, leading you, it has been haunting. Not really knowing what is gathering. But thankfully it seems to have been dispelled. As she is about to speak more, you hear heavier footfalls that cut off her words very quickly. You suddenly feel your companion who came with you tapping you on the shoulder. I think someone more serious is approaching.
I look where he's pointing.
With that, you assumed that she was the Archdruid of this circle. You realize that you've only been meeting with someone who has been sent out and the most entrusted with what's going on. That's what seems to be the various runes kind of thrum to life as he is striding forward. So this is what he looks like. Almost as if the spirits themselves have shrouded himself from the world. Bless him. You see, from behind the face mask, these two pinned out eyes that feel almost hauntingly telling that this person probably should have moved on to the afterlife long ago, but has been preserved by the nature here. Realize, especially with the movements and each heavy thud, it's almost as if his body, his essence, has been transmuted to that of the forest itself. He sounds like he is wooden within his own armor. A very deep, cracking voice. It sounds like wood groaning out an answer. I see the one who has stirred the roots has arrived.
It is an honor to be allowed within your sanctuary.
My apologies, this is our guest. No. I did not think you would be roused from your sleep. Quickly raises a hand, silencing her. As he approaches, you realize that this man, though what looked like a deceptively small person at first before they finally step out of what seems to be the alcove of where they were asleep, stands about 9 feet tall, lumbering over you.
Fucking Christ.
I am Theklik Timbervoice. I keep this grove. I could smell the estranged magics on you.
I do dabble in several types of magics, and keep various items of magical power on me as well. If they are offensive to you, then I apologize. They are for my protection, however.
I will tolerate them. You stink of what magic, though.
Of what magic?
One other magic. You've killed it.
What magic would that be?
You've been near a soul catcher.
Soul catcher. Is that the? Would that be Tartarus?
Tartarus, but also go ahead and roll me history real quick.
Am I going to remember the lady who offered me the dagger?
Oh, the dagger's another one. Yeah.
History. 7.
Probably the dagger. The other part could be the magma you were near.
Oh, right, yes. I've come into contact with many strange ancient things at this point. It's hard to pinpoint which one you may speak of.
Mhm. You will make good on this. Though you smell of death, you use death well.
Death is a natural part of the order of life, is it not?
Hear the heavy creak of timbers as he lurched down to look eye to eye to you. You see
I meet his gaze.
You see the colors dancing within the helm behind the shadow. Realize that it's almost like dancing colors. Life, each beaten thrum behind the mask. You know the integral parts of the circle. That he will slowly creak back up to his upright position. You can trust this one. They speak truths in our grove, and they stink of the death that they speak of. If you bring harm to this grove, you will not know rest. You will join the trees.
While my word is only my word, I take that very seriously. I mean no harm to your grove, and once I am done with the Ifriti, you may have whatever land you wish, grow whatever you wish. The only thing I want is still tide.
That he waves his hand dismissively and then proceeds back into the thorn brambles.
An honor to have met you, Theclec. May our paths meet again.
I am sure they will. That Lady Kierna will approach. Apologies. I did not expect him to rouse. I should have warned him.
No warning necessary. If I had not the strength to sit here and see such a formidable person, then I would not be strong enough to lead the people I do. I am no coward.
True. The future actions change much with Nova. As they will welcome both of you down so that you may be able to get to know more of the higher archers, others who would be interested, especially for the key and that you have given.
Mm-hmm.
But also set up proper relations between the crushing tide and the grove. Realizing that these shards of the meteor are your enemy overall, and not just another footnote in rising up. But they would welcome you on various other war councils, as well as if an emergency emerges. Well, another noble or important figurehead would be removed so that the shards of the meteor would not be able to operate properly and still tied and hopefully be chased out entirely.
With the lady, what was her name? Viekna?
Kirna.
Kierna?
Yes.
I will stop between her and Telda, and I will once again pull out of my bag a where is it? It is the sending stone that I usually use to talk to Telda. A long time ago, you gave this to me, Telda. Now I shall impart this to Kiana to allow greater cooperation between us. If I am not here to assist or lead, then you must work together.
I'll make sure to shape a better future now that you've given us the tools to do it.
I expect great things from everyone involved. Greater still is the future we can give to everyone.
Brighter futures and greener lands.
To brighter futures and greener lands.
Be able to finish out your meeting, as well as overall welcoming to the servants of the throne. It's the Shadow Grove that has been well hidden. You do see a number of druids ready. It seems so it was building for an all-out war, but has been patiently silenced for the time from the original interjection you had. Has only grown in number. But able to enjoy a fun meal and what seems to be surprisingly well-kept garden food and others hunted meals, and surprisingly more so a thriving forest, even though haunting in some fashions, especially for the old magic that keeps it alive, well protected and guarded. Still at balance. For where you are within this forest itself, especially for how thick it is, couldn't even begin to fathom a guess. Especially for the expanse of miles, this grove would be near impossible to find unless you teleported straight back to this spot exactly.
I did it again.
No, it's beautiful. Now you have more allies to introduce.
More allies.
So before I forget to post this name for anyone who would be curious.
Azure sitting there for over an hour and a half, like, when do I get to tell them that I'm studying?
That
Is what happens when we choose to take a month of downtime.
it is true.
You chose this.
Don't worry, it's got all the delicious setups.
Someone has a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he
I got a
The
letter that said,
most
I'm gonna
untrustworthy
kill you.
person, any percent speed run.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
I'm never
Oh,
gonna
you
stop
can
killing
trust
you,
me.
bitch.
Bitch.
Oh,
And
you
then turning
trust
up with
me.
even more random criminals. Like, hey, I work with these people.
Like, where do you keep finding these guys?
What?
Hey, this is Bob. He's a murderer. He's my friend.
Oh, this druid is so cute. Can't we keep him?
He's so nice. Multicolored thorn wearing pastel door.
These guys are on my side. Look, they're my friends. Turn the corner and he's murdered like 12 innocent people with like a sword.
Yeah, it's a
I think I count the Afridi as innocent or people.
he's killed 12 Afridi, children included.
So
Do Afridi even have children? Does that even exist? They're like born fully grown and ready to commit crime.
I mean,
I hope
effectively,
they
that's what
have
Ganassi are.
Really? I thought Ganassi were basically like the weird like offspring of like half genie type thing, you know?
It's a mixed heritage. But, with that, Thornbustel will return you back to Dimspire. You'll be able to finish out your month if there was any other training you'd wish to do.
I do need to finish musician training.
Which would be easy enough to do then.
Hell yeah.
With that, finally, we move to Azure.
After Azura's died of old age, I'm resurrected back in my current position. Yeah, anyways, I'll throw down for, where is it? You know, I had this all planned out before we spent an hour on this. Let me pull up the fucking sheet again.
It's a whole diagram.
6 days of religion training
Nice.
to get that proficiency, then spend the rest of the days making the magic item. Go visit my family and tell them what I've been up to, minus the, magma ruby.
They can have notorious killers.
I mean, what do you mean? We haven't really hung out with notorious killers. You've been doing that.
No, sorry. We're getting our lives mixed up.
Yeah. I live in the nice part of town without notorious killers.
I live in the houses.
I live in the Alps, thank you.
Oh, wait,
Hey,
it's
how
a
much is-
peasantry.
Religious training was like 1 gold per day, right?
Yes.
Okay. Religious training. 2 how many days do you think it's gonna take for the magic item to be done? Because that puts it at that's 42 days total if I spend the rest of it.
And, apologies, which magic item was this again?
I'll message you.
Oh, for that? No, that would definitely have finished out, especially with the 30 days.
I said finish out at 30, so no, I only need 12 for that, so then I can finish learning Infernal with the other book that I had, so that's done, that's done, that's done. That's 24, and then I have 6 spare days to spend on learning. You missed Annette forming another entire yeah, it was like a net Civ 5 turn game.
I was there for the start of it.
Civ
It's like,
5 turn game is such a true statement.
Huh?
Just like, oh yes, I shall not micromanage the affairs of church and state.
Real quick tangent, I have a friend who always wants to play Total War co-op with me, and I'm like, brother, 1 turn takes upwards of 2.5 hours. I'm not playing co-op.
Yeah.
It's really that slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like 100 turns in, yes.
You have to
You want a
manage.
manual battle?
Yeah, at the start you have like
If you want to
one
manual
guy
battle
and
like
one city.
7 nations at once, yes.
Just Total War or Civ 5?
Both.
Alright,
Okay, as soon as you said it takes
Josh,
100 minutes.
I would
for a
like to
fucking
start to
Total
learn how to lie to people
All right.
in free time.
Oh,
Deception.
Am I your trainer?
I don't know if I would trust
You're
you enough to
busy.
teach me how to lie correctly.
Well, then you know you can learn how to lie from them.
Yeah, you know
Think I
what?
could
Yeah,
try-
sure.
Wait.
And then teach me how to lie to people like you lie to me every day.
Well, that's easy. First, you have to lie to people by telling the truth. They never expect that.
So you are lying to me. You didn't say no.
Bullshit.
You've been outplayed.
Bro,
No.
Jesse, I thought you were gonna come back and be like, "Alright, guys, I've planned us a go kill all of the shards of the meteor mission." But you're like, "No, I passed that on to these guys."
I mean, I passed that on to them to as a test of good faith, and they have definitely passed the vibe check for me. And that basically means that I can just, call them at any time, be like, "Hey, you want to fuck these guys now? You have a very, very eager group of people that want to hurt them very badly."
You wanna fuck me up, girl? I fuck you.
A whole bunch of powerful druid knights that want to hurt and or maim the shit out of this group of people I don't like. Fuck yeah.
Wanted and still tied again. Woo.
Love Still Tied.
Go kill
We'll be the most infamous group of people to have ever graced Still Tied.
That was the plan.
We show up. It's like show up.
Wanted 5
They-
stars.
Did they commit crime? Question mark. Oh no, they didn't. They're
we
fine.
cleared our name, but then like that street burned down. Are we still?
If you clear your name like 3 times in a row, it's gotta stop becoming.
I mean, we cleared out before we even got pinned for that. I don't think we for the street exploding.
Okay, we cleared them so many times now. There's
And on
no
top of that,
fucking way.
also, even if they zone of truth us to interrogate us, we could say, "Yeah, that wasn't us," because it literally wasn't.
I did not cast Meteor Swarm. That is correct.
I did not do it.
I did not.
If anything, I helped put the fire out.
So, done.
Technically true. I think I helped a little bit. Technically.
I sent a bunch of boys to do it.
All right.
Also, I messaged Celeste to over several sendings to let them know that Basilia got split successfully, and we need a body for the second soul.
And now you can play 2 characters.
That's right.
Yay! Or else you play twice as much.
No, only one of us is getting the ability to do magic and shit.
You can be like a Devotee from 3rd edition. You can play a set of twins.
Yeah, you can like train the other one to be a Meowie or something.
They can be your companion, follower, whatever it was called.
No, Luke, you're born with your feats now. You can't just
Well, yeah,
change.
everyone's born with feet, you idiot.
Well, you got me there.
Does that mean we should have started with 2 feats instead of just 20?
Are you not allowed to train origin feats?
I mean, I don't think you can actually. I was gonna say if you're an NPC now, NPCs don't learn.
Oh no. All right. Socket is starting a war in Dimspire against every mercenary hired in there.
Of course.
Yeah, Saren and I fight every day.
I'm the hired merc. That's what I was doing for 30 days.
Yep.
So, as the month comes to a close, the group is able to effectively reunite after various excursions, expeditions, news that has gathered to their ears and more. What would your destination be?
Where else?
Our goal began.
30 days off.
Another
I know,
30
it's
days.
training montage. Left away.
We've had 1 month.
56 more days.
What about
That's
second
okay.
month?
About second month of downtime.
I mean,
Destination's still tied, right?
This is the part of the campaign where we can buff out how long this section of the campaign was by us just doing downtime for a little in-game here.
Guys, remember we spent 2 years in Dimspire?
oh my
Leveled up to level 12, just like Socket wanted.
So much so that the arcane mistake was finally erased. It's been 2 years.
Wow.
Oh, that's fucking
Damn, we're
crazy.
good at this.
Oh.
All right.
I go and I study at the Monastery of Speed.
The monsters
Do I need to get the image again?
met the man.
All done. We can go.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
How many days does it take to train Unlucky Feet?
6.
Feet are
16.
I think
60
feats are
days.
60.
Yeah. All feats are.
Halfway there.
All right, someone that got something to do during that month off, speak up, please.
It's somebody somewhere.
Nah.
Nah.
Pick up for what?
Wow.
What we're doing.
I said we're going to Stiltide.
Yeah.
We're going to
We're
Silverhead.
going
We literally
then to
already
Denver.
established. We had an actual established thing. We were going to go to Stillside and ask them if they had a spare tank. They wanted it. And if we did.
We discussed this all 2 hours ago, don't you remember?
Yeah, don't you
No,
know?
that's
A
probably
month
when
ago,
I
we
was
had this
dying.
talk, and then we all went, huh, and
Sure.
went in different
Okay,
directions.
to be
for a
fair,
month.
I did come back and it was like, okay, what are you doing in your 30 days downtime? I was like, what?
Oh, you were AFK.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Yes.
We had a
We're
whole
gonna go to
very long
Stilltide.
discussion about the best way to go to the Ashen Waste because it is honoring Ben's memory, and we took a month of downtime to prepare.
Oh, what? So the plan is go into the Ashen Waste right now?
We're gonna go to Stilltide, ask if they have a big dwarven tank for us to test, and try and trade in the car. If they do, great, we can drive straight to the waste. If not, we're gonna try and go to Denderal and do the same thing. Find other transport that's safer. And if not, then we're gonna figure something else out when we get there.
Yeah, we'll get to Stilltide and we'll see if there's a better way of going to the Silt Place other than.
Yeah. What if we
Yes,
meet
Wembley
the
determined
Waste
that we should be
Whisperer?
capable of venturing in as long as we don't wander into a magma worm nest or something.
That
Yeah,
was
As
a-
level 12 adventurers.
That was just a very sudden jump from, no, I don't want to help Saren, to, yeah, we're definitely doing that right now. I
Well,
was
we've
just like,
taken a
what?
month off. We're all ready.
We took a month off to convince Azur that it was a good idea.
We all
Yeah.
have some side quests for along the way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nate
We
has
all got
some
ulterior
other rock
motives.
dude he's gonna beat up.
Who's
I
Nate?
wanna.
don't know who this is.
Who's this Nate fella?
Sounds like a cuck.
Damn.
Yeah, probably. I wanna take a detour over to Faystall.
I feel like that is that really.
That's quite the detour, excuse me?
It is a bit of a detour.
That's a really big detour, excuse
How do you
me?
even get over there? Do you take a boat?
I feel like a boat would be much more likely than driving, because mountain?
There's probably a pass somewhere in here.
This-
I think we should take a detour to the Shade Forest so we can meet that Goliath that we beat.
Oh, the
mean,
death
what's
giant?
Goliath,
We'll
it was
be
a
right
death
behind you.
giant.
No, I'm good.
We'll be right behind you. Follow you in.
Actually, I'd like to say right now we should make it. We're just go.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
You know,
What's
you
over there?
know, where's the Apotheosis?
Apotheosis.
That was his name.
I know.
Well, you see, I want to go over there purely so I can make the joke. Help, Steve Burrow, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
While you lot go to Stilltide, I'll meet you there, but I'm gonna like go this way first.
Uh-huh.
Go around the
Actually,
wall.
Bro, if the plan was to take the car to fucking Stilltide, bro, you should have started driving like a week ago, Socket.
What?
Oh, actually, no, we don't have a way to teleport to Stilltide.
Yeah,
Fair.
we're all driving over.
Huh?
And the whole point is that if they don't have
What?
a car for us there, we don't want to be without our car.
I thought we just jumped ahead in logic to the point where I should just have.
I assume
yeah.
the way to
Just
get
like,
to
why don't you
Stilltide
already
is-
have teleport?
I understand. Face Stall is a big detour. I am more useless than Annette was when we thought she was our mascot.
She is our mascot. What do you mean thought?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but we all know she actually does shit.
Wait, can you
What?
not do magic?
Wait, what do we know?
Yeah.
I know she's a criminal.
No,
Hey,
I haven't
I'm
been
also
able to do
strong,
magic
bro.
for a month.
It's alright, you can still hit people with a glaive or something, right?
You
I
need me to
think
teach-
that
you need me
should
to
be
teach you?
mentioned in character.
Yeah.
As your
We
childhood friend.
already tried this.
I thought the
Yeah,
whole
I mean,
thing
I
was
know.
we had
The
a
day it
conversation
happened.
last session of like, oh well, this is a whole bunch of magic I still can do, but a lot of my magic I can't do. You can't do any anymore.
No, like I tried to do magic last session. I couldn't do it. I hit you, and even with the nat 20, it was fucking nothing.
Yeah, you definitely notice that Lucille does not have Acilier's powers at all.
Can't believe you're playing a common Ruzzy. This is
Yeah, I am a
even
commoner.
for you.
It's alright, you don't need to have magic to be cool. I mean, look at me.
Should
You all
be
think I'm
though.
cool, right?
Please take me to Face Doll.
I drive away.
There,
Definitely.
Lucille is just like me, Wembley.
I'm going with her on that. He comes.
Actually, I think it would be better if he didn't come. That way, we don't have to listen to him. Even better, right? I hate playing I Spy with him in the wagon.
You should get a vasectomy, then he'll never be.
I still haven't told you everything that Rexiel told me over 12 hours.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
wanna listen to it.
Actually, no. The lady did seem pretty excited to see Wembley again.
Excuse me? Huh?
What are we talking about?
Hard to say. Anyway,
Ow.
30 days are up and we leave.
Benefactor from our trip out to the beach with the boat.
Alright,
You know,
yeah.
the one we don't talk about.
Yeah, of course.
And so we shall continue to not talk about them.
We shall
Well,
continue to not talk about our pleasant, normal day at the beach in which nothing happened.
Yes.
But I have been talking to her, and I need to go visit.
You need to. For what purpose?
She has my brother's vessel, for starters.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, that's new information. What's that all
Like
about?
like the actual body?
Oh, I believe she said she was creating one and it would be ready in about 2 more weeks.
What-
Which is more than enough time for us to get there.
Oh, this is very kind of her to be doing all this for free, right?
No, we had an agreement
You made a bargain.
when I was still Seeker.
But you are not Seeker anymore. So does the bargain still hold up?
It does.
Ah,
One of us enters her service, the other gets their life back.
You're not going to trade yourself for your brother, are you?
I mean, for starters, I think I already have.
How does that even work in a binding contract sort of way?
an unfair way.
But it's like, it wasn't you that agreed to it directly?
It was all of us, in a sense.
It's like a fragment of me deciding to sell the rest of me upriver.
I don't
Red versus
see it
blue
as an unfair
preference.
trade. She is protecting me from the Pale Knight.
The who?
My previous patron,
Oh, right.
Mother of Demons, big evil woman, gave you a knife.
Oh, yes, that one, that one.
Oh, wait, what?
Nothing.
She gave you a knife?
Oh, knife.
No, of course not.
I thought you said you got nothing.
I did, I got nothing.
Well, it was a dream.
Adventurers love
so
cursed knives.
gave her a knife in a dream. That part, I don't know. It was a dream.
The whole thing was a dream.
Yeah, it was a dream that became reality, so you got a knife?
I think I got a knife in the dream.
Okay, so Annette got a knife.
A dream knife.
Sure,
You're
she'll
weirdly
use it for
defensive.
dream good.
You're weirdly defensive about this.
I'm not defensive, I'm just telling you that it's a dream knife. Also,
No,
I
you-
can't believe that we were all in the same dream.
So anyways, what does the dream knife do?
I don't know.
Well, it probably stabs dream people.
Kills the Sandman who puts the sand in your eyes? I don't know.
You know, a dream knife probably would have been useful for her to give us before all those skeletons and stuff attacked us.
I forgot that happened.
Hasn't happened in a
Getting-
while.
Getting a weapon afterwards, like after the fight, feels kind of pointless.
Here's your reward for fighting off all the dream skellies. It's a knife in your dream. And then they don't let us kill more dream skellies with the knife. I was not even sure if any of that was real.
Yes, you
It's
were.
weird
You
to
had
talk
burns
about.
on your body.
It was weird to talk about. It was weird to think about. It was weird to experience.
Anyway, that's the Pale Knight, Annette.
Right. I forget about them. They have not
And-
exactly been present.
Yes, well, they should continue to not be present as long as the lady is upholding her end of the bargain. But that only...
And to fulfill yours, you've got to go and be her servant or something?
something like that.
So you're a slave now, of sorts.
Alright, look, it's your life, you can do what you want with it.
No less
Well,
a
not-
slave than I was
apparently not.
before, but at least I had some choice in this one.
Also, if you want to, like, betray them and we'll beat the shit out of some elves, you can do that.
Now you're being even more confusing than the dream knife debate. What are we talking
Look,
about? Why are we beating up elves?
No, the Fae, I mean.
Do
And
you
face
beat up
off.
elves in your
I
dream?
don't think we need to do that. I mean,
Or just if you didn't want to be a slave or something.
aside from that, oh yeah, I mean, look, if it turns out to suck, and then we can worry about breaking the deal and what Fae we beat up when that happens.
As
I don't know much about magic, but do you need to bring the crystal body to her?
I'm not entirely certain. She said she was preparing a vessel. Tartarus seemed to think I need to bring a vessel to him and the crystal, so maybe that's the way it would work. I think the details we can sort out once we get there.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Tartarus is the one who split you. I guess he can. probably do it again. That makes more sense than what I was thinking. Well, I would definitely feel bad about asking Lucille to come into the Silt Waste without any of her magic.
Being such a defenseless citizen.
I definitely can't go in like this.
To be fair, I would rather not see a childhood friend killed.
Could you clarify for me? Are you going to stay with them, or are you going to continue on with us? Just
I mean, I should be able to just come along with you. I
Oh, okay.
presume she just. I mean, she can't leave. She probably just needs someone who can act on her behalf outside of Facedoll.
Oh, that's great.
If she
Well, I don't
just
like that at all, but at least you're not going to stay over there.
Well, we both thought you wouldn't. I understand that you don't trust her, Wembley, but she has been nothing but helpful to us so far.
No, but she did lie to me. Betray my trust, so...
I think
I'm
everyone
sure
has
I'm
lied to you.
keeping that in mind, and I will be cautious about my dealings with her.
It's like... You know, when me and Annette got stuck in that frozen hell with the devils. It's like dealing with them, but they're nicer about it. But it still sucks.
Think of me, Van.
You know,
You
making
mean
devils
Yeah,
deals
what?
and fey deals. They're sort of on the same spectrum.
Are you okay? I put my hand on Wembley's head.
Slap it
feel
away.
the temperature.
I'm fine.
Oh,
Just need to go gamble some more.
I never. Don't stop. We just managed to pull you away from the spinning lights
His arms like making the slot machine motion.
to Drow casting the fucking light spell that they have.
To Wembley's left, I manifest an illusion of a slot machine.
He's drawn to it
Oh,
like
no.
a bug to a bug zapper.
Pull the lever, Wembley.
You don't even need to make a persuasion check.
Claim your destiny.
Sweating.
Is it getting hot in here?
Anyways, you guys, we want to get in the car now? Have we
Yes,
sat in a
yes.
circle for long enough?
Sure.
We have indeed done so.
Oh, I had to get in the car and on the way.
Oh, by the way, I have a group of druids working with me now.
Are they the same ones that committed that terroristic action back during our initiation?
Yes, because they were trying to cause a ruckus in the city.
So we have group of terrorists 1 and group of terrorists 2?
Yeah, that would be it.
How do you meet so many
against
terrorists?
the FBT. Come on. You're meant
No,
to be
I'm serious.
educated.
How are you meeting this many terrorists?
Through sheer dedication, willpower, and connections.
And the dream knife?
The dream knife has nothing to do with the druids. How would I actually... You know what? Never mind.
Never mind it.
Either way, I plan to do some damage to the shards of the meteor the next time we're in Still Tide.
Which is going to be in, what, a week?
Potentially. I figure we would be busy with this whole face stall thing for a bit.
I mean, you said you're planning to do it, or are you just going to send your groups of terrorists to do it?
Oh no, I have a personal vendetta now.
So you're just going to stay there and execute your vendetta while we stall?
We can do the face stall thing first. I can do it at any time. It's almost like they're at my whim at this point.
Alright, well... I assume you don't need the rest of us to execute your terroristic attack.
Probably not, but do you feel nothing against the people who have worshipped the very killer of our friend Ven?
Well, of course I do, but, I mean, I've never really been one for, like, direct, wanton, calculated murder.
And I suppose you would like this land to stay the way it is.
I mean, they're just, like, people that worship Beetlejuice. World really going to change that much when you kill them?
I surmise that the worshippers give Daedalus more power. The less power he has, the less hold he has over this land, the less corruption, the less ash, the less death.
Isn't this land corrupted because of some kind of misfired ritual that just scorched it?
I assume Daedalus is quite the cause. But hey, small steps.
I'm not really arguing the cult of meteor's a good thing.
They're definitely not. Cause
just,
far
I mean,
more harm than good.
I'm sure there's lots of religious organizations here that probably do lots of awful things.
True, true. But none so prominent as the shards.
None so dangerous as the shards.
See, Socket's on the level.
They're on my level. That's the point.
Well,
He
what
once
do you
commanded
say?
thousands like me.
Then what do you say to their imminent annihilation, Socket?
I'm happy to do my part.
They have scorned you, Socket. They have taken Ven from us, whether directly or indirectly. And I also don't want them being in Stilltide.
I suppose that's actually probably the better point. It's not good for Stilltide.
I can't prove it, but I feel that they have some connections to the Ifriti. Whether or not it is just a mutual alliance, I am not sure.
Wait, Josh, is it not public knowledge that the Afridi worship Daedalus? Like,
Pretty much all of Free worship Daedalus, but it's also the fact too,
Yes.
like
It's also, I think that they're only in league with the Ifriti until they can get rid of the Ifriti.
pretty much. Knowing full well that the magma ruby you had would have led to them basically ruling over the Ifriti was another huge sway. But only if it was complete. Which is why it was in the hidden alcove.
Regardless, they are dangerous. And they must be removed. And the Ifriti can go with them. They enjoy the brimstone and fire of this place where they can find it in the 9 hells when we're done with them.
If we'd even go to hell when they die? Like, part elemental.
I don't care where they go. As long as their light is snuffed out, I'm happy.
Maybe like the elemental plane of fire? But wait, wouldn't an Afridi like hell?
As long as it's not our plane of existence.
No, you are probably right there.
I don't expect you to agree with me, nor do I expect you to assist me in my goals. I haven't exactly been forthcoming with many things.
You're forthcoming with literally nothing. I basically only know your.
I don't think I've ever even seen you run forward towards anything. It's mostly running away.
I don't need to fight many things. That is fair, Azur. I do not really speak of myself, ever.
It's kind of hard to, trust somebody that I know literally.
Well, for the most part, I am in hiding. For the most part.
Did I meet practically an entire group of people that are hiding from nefarious and trying to get a job?
You cut out a lot then, and I don't know if it's because of my dog shit internet.
He cut out.
Oh,
No, I
probably.
did.
It's probably me. I'm leaning back. So did I just find like an entire group of people running from different nefarious evil trying to get?
Well, potentially.
Let's say for like 2 of us.
I just got here, and from the sounds of it, most of you are running towards nefarious evil.
And I'm talking about when I first met most of them and stuff. You're excluded from that group of people.
Yeah, and I look towards Annette, and you obviously don't have to ask.
But
I think he's talking about agreement with killing the cultists.
Yes.
of course.
You weren't there when you guys met Saren. He basically said, "My goal is to fucking kill all of the Afridi."
Hell yeah, bro.
Damn, my man.
Doomslayer of Afridi.
Best friend right here now.
Quick recap: if he gets all the shit from the Siltways, his people will be allowed to go to war, and that will be like plus a couple thousand soldiers.
Damn.
Let's do it, baby! Douse the flame!
All right.
Douse the flame? Is that the correct term for lighting it?
No,
No,
douse.
we're dousing
Yeah.
the flame. We're killing all
Snuffing
the
out.
flame
Oh,
people.
okay.
Dousing it. We're putting out the
I
fire.
don't really know what direction we're going there for. I thought we were stoking.
No,
We're,
no, fuck
we're
that.
lighting the fires of war to put out their fires.
To put out the fires of the fire people.
We're
Yeah.
using our fire plus to light up to destroy their fire.
Well. Look, I know I've never given you much reason to trust me, Azure, but I hate the Afridi for good reason.
Okay. I mean, I feel like most people have a good reason to hate the Afridi. It's not like I like them and I'm half Ganassi. Well, I am a Ganassi.
You're a Ganassi?
Oh my, yeah.
Whoa.
Fucking impossible.
Shut
I-
up,
I-
Golem. I kill you.
Oh, finally, a fight. The town guard comes to us to arrest me. Thank God.
Got a license for that.
Oh, by the way, Lucille, before I forgot, did you want
Yeah.
the Cloak of Stars that Asilia gave me? Just for now. You don't have to keep it or anything, but it'll let you defend yourself a lot better since you can't really do magic yourself, right?
Oh, I was going to say you could keep it, but that actually is a really good point. Maybe I should hold on to that for the time being.
You can use it for as long as you want. I just made something new that I wanted to test out anyway. I will unclip it and hand it to you.
Alright. Book of Stars.
Oh, yeah, by the way, is Saren looking for the crown of the Wrathbringer?
Who in the what?
He did not want any event shit other than his ring.
Okay, well, I would have given him the ring.
I believe when we were sitting at the dining table that when you weren't gave him the.
Yeah, I T-posed and the ring popped out of me.
Well, yeah,
Of course.
you were forcefully puppeteered to remove all of Vent's possessions.
Yeah.
And by ring, I don't mean the giga expensive one that heals people. I just mean the plot one. So
I
there,
forgot about that one.
yeah.
Does the healing ring work again? Is it you
Anytime
heal and you
Ven
heal
got
somebody else?
healed, it healed the other person that Ven picked.
It's pretty awesome.
That is a
It's just-
very good
yeah.
ring.
Doubled all healing.
If you have two of those, you could have them target each other.
No.
Not allowed.
You can only be affected by it.
Infinite
once.
food feedback. Disgusting.
No cheating.
Well, you're only being affected by, because it only works one way, right? You're only being affected by one. It wouldn't heal the healing back. But
It very
you
much
each had
specifies
one.
that you can't like all have one.
You can't cast Warding Bond on someone that casts it on you.
But what would be the
Ooh.
point then? You take you take the damage they took.
right, that's about not taking damage. This one is about I don't know.
Because it's like, so, I bond somebody else, they bond me. A healing word gets casted on person one.
It says
4 health,
something like
4 health, 4 health, 4 health, 4 health, 4 health.
Yeah, no, not allowed.
a creature can only benefit from one ring of amnity's bond at a time.
Yeah.
Well, only one person is benefiting from the bond. to be
Does
fair.
someone want that
Right,
ring,
that's
by
what I'm
the way?
saying.
I've
Wouldn't
got
it?
that on
Doesn't
me.
it go?
Like I can see what you're saying that it should work, and I agree. Power,
But
'cause
also
you-
no.
To give up my ring of protection to wear it, which would be worth, but I'm pretty healthy. Somebody else could have it.
You could be healthier.
it's useless for me to wear it.
Here, reach into my bag with teeth to grab it.
Oh,
Of
well.
course.
The
Of course, I
Bring
say
back
as
the
I
bag
grab
with
onto a net to pull them in with me.
No! My -2 strength, no!
Alright, strength check. Let's see who would get eaten. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
The weak wizard versus the weak bard. Oh, you're going in.
No! Loyal bag of devouring, you betrayed me.
You see, it is still loyal, but I'm pulling you in with me. Like, it once it starts chewing, it can't stop, and even if you are, it's
It's like the 90s Cabbage Patch Kids that could eat.
You look at me, and in the
So-
same voice as a little pink orb, you go, "We should go to the devouring bag." No.
hey, you can just open that up and just suggest somebody to come get something out of it.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not a dangerous action.
Of course, it's just a bag, right?
Until
I mean, like,
Mass
100%,
suggestion.
that
Line
sounds
up
pretty
and grab
legal, like,
something from my
Hey,
bag.
would you get the platinum out of my bag for me? I can't seem to reach it. It's like,
I
oh,
don't
of
have
course.
my glasses on, dearie. Could you reach into my bag and get my money?
yes.
Okay.
No.
Oh wait. 1 second. I need to buy teleportation dust.
Of course.
Huh?
Teleportation
At
sort
the
of costs
edge of the
money,
city,
right?
it's like, wait,
Oh,
I
no, I
No.
didn't.
Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta get my unguents and my diamond dust, and I gotta get this sapphire ground up.
I need my magic ink. I need my magic ink.
I don't have any magic ink. I forgot I bought that earlier. That's good. Okay, we can just say that I bought it because I'm trying to scroll. Which I have, and my eyes are not picking it up because I'm tired. So we can just go. I'll figure it out. I'm sure we
fair.
got it.
I got a headache and I'm tired as well.
That is fair.
Okay.
So, who would like to roll me a quick D10? For shits and giggles, I swear it's definitely not something deadly.
I love a D10. I'm good at rolling D10s. Check this out. 3.
Oh,
Wembley dies. Because he's
Order
the third
resolved.
one. Order
God.
resolved. One rat.
One singular rat.
There is always
There
a
it is.
cost.
I found it.
One rat. Quick, send Lucille to get it. She needs the practice.
Give me
An
it.
even fight.
She needs the experience. She'll level up twice.
And for another shits and giggle, give me a D100.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Also in it?
Sure,
Wait,
Annette.
what are we doing?
Give me another
D100.
dice roll. D100.
D100. 73. So close to 69.
Head, please work.
17 Afridi.
Oh,
500 of 3D.
no.
Alrighty. We'll pick up next time on this because people are so tired. But effectively 3 days out, you will see on the roadway what seems to be 3 fire giants that are barring this trade route. It seems to have collected a few things, and there is a number of salamanders scurrying about as they are traveling back up to their small floating dirigible. But at that same other point, you see what seems to be almost like a choking ash storm rolling in. We will pick up there as they seem to have taken notice of your vehicle on the main road. And the ash storm is sweeping in.
They haven't seen us.
It's true. Oh wait, shit, they've seen us.
I want to fight up. Let's go.
Must have
fight
been the
up.
wind.
Let's go fight up.
No, but
What's
we
that?
have
Combat.
a 4-session streak of basically no combat. Violent encounter.
Yeah, don't worry.
Really?
The next session will be violence incarnate. Coming in
I am
full.
the fighter. I must fight.
No. I'm gonna talk our way out of it. We don't need to fight, boys.
Oh,
Yeah,
Help
please do
me!
it. I want to. We need to get a long streak going.
Guys, they
I'll
have
be-
fire coming out of their body.
I gotta go.
They deserve
bye-bye.
it.
See you, boys.
Bye.
Just like Socket did until we fixed him.
That is an
Yeah.
actually interesting question. Do I feel like hatred to fire-based creatures blessed by Tartarus?
Cutting out so hard.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
He
crazy.
is cutting out,
He
but he
literally
said
every other word. No, I don't think we would. Do we?
Effectively, you wouldn't because Tartarus is extremely chill. The question is how many other creatures blessed by Daedalus are gonna hate you because they could sense it.
I mean
Yep.
that's fair. I mean, I was just asking if I felt different.
I knew that was the cost for getting a free blessing with no downside, except that is the downside, but also, like, fuck things that like Daedalus, so that's fine.
It's true.
I mean, honestly, I don't really know if I wanted to be friends. Nah.
You want to be friends with
This
a
is
fire giant?
acceptable.
I can't wait to use my thing that makes fucking. Bar, you ruined my combo socket by changing your whole deal.
What deal did I change?
Huh?
So imagine, right? We're fighting Daedalus. He's like
Uh-huh.
immune to lava damage.
Mhm.
I hit him
Cross.
with my mark that removes immunity from creatures. You
Ooh.
kill Daedalus with lava damage. It would be fucking hilarious.
That
Yep.
would have been crazy. However, if I was still lava, he would have mind controlled me at the start of the fight.
Yeah.
Kill your
And
fella.
then you would
Kill
have
you.
removed your own.
But
you
you
would have
know,
to remove my fire damage, and I would kill myself. Would
I was
be
just
a
thinking
climactic moment.
you could kill these fire giants with fire damage, and it would be funny.
Could
That
be
reminds me
funny.
of a 4th edition character I built that removed fire damage immunity and resistance from people,
Huh?
which
What?
was really cool. Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
really cool.
Y'all want to do like one night rain run or something?
That depends. Who's the third?
Hmm. I mean, it's clearly not
I mean-
me.
Yeah, I don't know Night Rain.
Why
so
isn't
I
it?
don't know.
I don't own
Yeah,
Night
I
Raid.
own Night Rain. Yeah,
Do you not play it?
I do play it. I played it like,
Oh.
Yeah, look at how I'm
Uh,
playing before this game.
yeah. I
Is
played
that
a lot
cool?
recently.
No, Luke was playing Undertale before this game.
That's true.
That's
I could
also
also go
true,
play
right?
that if
Liar.
3 of you wanted to play Night
I know
Rain.
Josh doesn't have it. I've never seen
Oh, it's
Nick
only
play it,
3-player,
and
I
Jake
forgot
hates
about
playing
that.
video games
Yeah.
with his friends.
I'm playing
Yeah.
Space Engineers.
Thank
Yeah,
I don't know
you.
Night Rain. I don't care.
I've been.
To
I'm,
answer your question,
I'm
Luke-
hosting the server for
Oh,
Nick and. Sorry, not Nick, for Neil. That's the one. Neil
Neil
and
guy.
Matt. And so I've just been sitting in my car for the last several hours.
oh, okay. Understandable.
Never mind that.
That was
Yeah, I guess
crazy.
I'll still play more Undertale.
One quick dive before bed, then.
I'm done.
Oh, am I playing Helldivers right before I go to sleep? Sure, why not?
We love it.
Look, jokes aside, I feel like me and Saren should be besties
hmm
because of exactly what I said in the chat. We're both technically
true.
new members of the group, but we
Yeah.
both know a bunch of stuff that the group has done.
Yep.
I also instantly bonded with Osilia like way more than everyone else.
So glad I get to play one person now.
Finally.
Allow me to change it.
Well,
Yeah,
it was just playing someone whose entire mind was a mix of 3 different personalities was a
You do that every
challenge.
day, though, Rosie.
What was that?
Said you do that every day.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to do that in fantasy as well. I play play games to escape reality, Jake.
Mm.
Exactly.